reshape all that is. The new Red Shirt Armada disperses to the realms, spreading word of the high-stakes struggle to the unaware. The Swashbucklers, with aid from icons of the realms, powerful beings from across reality, endeavor to gather a force to stand for the multiverse. You, as engaged entities of the realms, can help sway the balance of power through your own actions.
Why did you what? Oh, arr, hey, arr. I don't know what happened there. Welcome to the Red Shirt Armada. Look, I'm fancied up here in my red shirt. I'm Captain Guido. All of you out there should know that. But you don't know our ship's guest, who is Norin, a wood elf fire. Now, Norin, you're living where just now? What realm are you in?
According to some of the information that I was given, apparently we're currently residing in Multiverse.
Yes, you're on the edge between, I believe, Muspelheim, which is the for those in the audience that don't know, it's the home of the fire giants.
It's mighty hot down here. Reminds me of home.
And then there's Nidavellir, which is the kind of underground, the dark cavernly thing. Really, it's not so dark because the sky is like this river of fire. And how did you get here? What happened to send you down here?
Well, I woke up from myself a 1,000-year nap, and my father sent me out here, and all of a sudden I find myself an earl of a place that I don't care for.
Oh, you're right. You're the Earl of I have it here. Aasterninian. That's right. And you have been tasked with doing what?
I'm meant to be breaking the dam, so to speak, on a powerful source of magic.
Oh, magic. I was thinking after a couple pints at the pub, I have to break the dam too. So there's this fountain that's supposed to be full of white flames, you were telling me earlier. Yeah. And that's the magic, but the magic seems to be blocked up somehow. Right. So that sounds like a job for the Swashbucklers.
Bit of an issue, but I heard that the Swashbucklers are those to call.
Well, they are surfing the multiverse, as it were, to kind of put together some forces of opposition because they don't like what Avarice is doing to the multiverse here. The crazy thing is that you happen to know somebody that's with them presently as well. And they happen to reach out to you so perhaps we can get everyone together and see what it is that we got going on. Yes. As professional as ever. We'll get a key frame.
And I want to cut off Avarice too quick. And we're here. Arr! And where the fuck?
Where the
I am so good. I am so
is
good.
The icon.
Yeah,
I'll cover while something gets done here. Oh,
Yes,
ladies, and
introduce us to
welcome.
Norin. Oh, and introduce Eyes too.
Welcome to season 3 of the Swashbucklers. Today we begin a whole new era for Swashbucklers. As you know, if you've been watching in the past, we always had a ship's guest. And for this season, don't accidentally hit that. That does things to the computer.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy. I didn't do that.
Do it live. What have we done?
Just burp it. It'll be fine.
Hit escape. That always fixes whatever you accidentally just hit. And so what we've got going on now is we have our ship's guest, Norn, the Wood Elf fighter, but we also have an icon of the realm.
Oh my god, I so don't want to do this. Okay.
Opposite.
I don't want to do this. Okay. You opposite.
Opposite of me.
Yeah.
They're opposite of me.
You
They're
worry
over
about
there.
them later.
Wait,
We'll
no,
bring
they're
them
over
in.
there.
We're coming in a minute.
Yeah, we'll talk to them. We'll talk
We're
to
coming in a
them
minute.
when the story gets going.
Oh,
So
I did do this.
last season, if you recall, we went to the Phlogistonic Forge with Deed Babo. Well, look, it just rolls off the tongue. Phlogistonic.
This
The
whole time,
Phlogist-
no one said anything. Jim never said, "Hey, where am I
We
at?"
couldn't see it.
We couldn't
if you
see it.
recall.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
You had it turned off.
Wow, the 10-minute thing. Come on. All right, you guys.
No, we didn't
No,
see it for most of it.
It didn't
No.
show up. No. We always have technical difficulties beginning our season, as you
Oh my
know.
God.
Lois,
If
yeah.
you've
So
been
good.
following
there's
That's
so
how you know
much
it's
new
going to be a good
sometimes.
season.
Sometimes we
Yeah.
have them mid-season, and sometimes we have them.
Because I did work that out. Okay, good.
Seem to
But it's
have
okay.
issues
Hey,
like
there's
this
Deed
over
Babo
in
way over
Multiverse.
there.
That is true.
No, over there. I always
Over,
do.
I'm right here.
Can't tell my left from my
For the
left.
moment. I don't know where I'll end up soon. I'm all over the damn place.
Can't tell my left from my port.
Don't step on me.
It's a shush. Shush, Patches. So we also have a new crew member because F's in chat for Jimmy, who died, put it all on the line last season and gave it up. And so we've got a new. They're right here. There we go.
Hello,
Right
eyes.
there. Hello, eyes. How melodic.
Eyes.
Say, eyes. What is it you do on the ship? Do you have a
I
job?
don't know yet.
Aside from spawn Fs.
I help.
He helps. Damage control, I think, is a good job for eyes. He sees all and then fixes the ship. So, are we all ready to go now? We good to go?
Yeah.
Swash, has the magic happened?
Magic's happened. We're all good.
All right, the magic's happening.
No, that's the thing that I'm here for. The magic ain't been happening.
Oh,
Oh,
well, we'll get right
yay.
into the story here. So, the Phlogistonic Forge, I'll just fill in a couple blanks here, is where Deed Babo had decided that he was going to make something and give it to the Swashbucklers. They believe it's a ship. It might be a ship. But then Deed Babo says, we need a power source. This happened in between seasons. You all didn't see this. Oh, great. Now I've got a southern
Off
accent.
camera.
It's catchy. I've heard.
It's catchy. I sure do believe.
Yeah.
It is very slow talking, though.
I can't wait to hear the southern dwarf accent.
Oh no.
So Deed Babo said, I know someone that has a power source, and we're going to go talk to them. And he done rung up Norin here, who just happens to be just south of Muspelheim. Not Moosevilheim. Muspelheim. And Nineveh leader. That's a tough one to say. It's a tougher one to say.
Muspelheim.
Muspelheim.
Bullheim.
Norin apparently is the Earl of Aasterninian, and it's a big nexus point of magic. Muscle time. Yes, muscle time. Deed Babo, you got something to say over there about this power source?
Yes, well, to do what we need to do here to stop Avarice and to break the gems, we need a great power source. And it is going to be needed to fuel not only the ship to get there, but the weapon itself. It takes a great deal of power to do this, you know. So,
We can't just have 10,000 hamsters pedaling away.
no,
Do
because
we need
my
hamsters?
gnomes eat the hamsters too often. It would not be enough.
I was wondering what happened to my last 6 orders of 10,000 hamsters.
Yeah, Svetlana probably made a stew.
Damn it, Svet.
We're gonna have a quick pause here because we got a tentacle twist.
We
but
did.
there's a twist to the twists. Swash, do you want to fill us in on how they work now?
Right. So when you give someone a twist, they have 5 minutes to use it. We do not bank twists anymore. You get one twist at a time, As you can see, Eyes' porthole has now got a big twisty tentacle on it. It will fade out over time. He has 5 minutes to use it. And then there are a couple other new channel actions too, which the bot has just nicely spit out some explaining about it. If you want to give the icon a twist, their twists are called influence. And you can give that influence to Dibabo for them, give them the chance to exercise their power. And
you want to do that. You absolutely want to do that. It is good for you.
So now, yeah.
Yes. Interesting. It's an interesting new update there, the influence, as it affects the story proper as opposed to the action.
So now they have 5 minutes to use it, and the tentacle's on a timer. So the best time to use a tentacle twist is when there's some drama going on, or a dramatic scene or battle.
So so it's more like a timely resource instead of just pile them on like we used to do.
Yes, but just like it used to be, after eight, the Kraken will wake.
The Kraken.
Yes.
And then I get to do something. All right, so Dibabo, back to Dibabo here, and the power source. Not hamsters, Bonnie, not hamsters.
Damn it.
What is the nature of the power source that we're talking about here? Last time we had a exotic power source, it exploded rather aggressively, as I recall.
I don't think maybe you didn't handle it very well. I saw how you treated my last ship, so I'm not surprised things explode around you. Let's be
Precisely.
honest.
So why would you think that another one would go any better?
Because I'm going to be using it, not you. It is going to go into my creation, and we'll be doing this together, and I will keep an eye on you, and Swash will not touch any more big levers.
So you're saying we'll be better supervised?
Yes.
I can accept that. All right.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Oh, I do have one thing. Pavel, rest his soul, was able to, in the crash, protect one thing that Svetlana found. They found my favorite hat.
Oh, God.
So, hold on. Svetlana, where did you... Here it is. Good, thank you. So, I am good now, and I have my favorite hat back. So, this is Magic Hat. You will suspect it.
Now he's got a Southern Russian accent, if you hadn't noticed.
No.
Right, so,
Well,
so
it is
when
like
you're
double
wearing the
Ukraine.
magic hat, that's when we should respect you?
Oh, no, you should respect me all the time.
Just clearing that up.
I think he's asking for respect not only for himself, but also for the hat as two separate entities.
Next time I'm not around, you go ask Yuri what happened. Someone laughed at hat one time. Ask what happened. Ask Yuri. He'll tell you. It's not good. Anyway, power source. Very, very, very powerful. Very compact. So, you know, when you have big power in little itty space, it's amazing. So that's what we need to do, is get this power source, bring it back here.
Proof of concept.
Okay. Yes, that's true. That's true. You did kill one of my maves.
I did. Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry.
Is that what you're calling her?
What is the power source powering?
So there is a ship that I am building to bring us to Avarice, and a weapon. The weapon is the most important part because that is what is going to hurt her and break the gems. Because that's what you have to do. You have to break them apart.
Tracks.
Right. So, pretending that we all understood all of that, what do we do now?
We have to go get it. So I have contacted. I have a contact. How do you say in your language? An elf who we can go to. Norin. Norin has the lead on what we need to do, and they will help us get to the power source. I don't know exactly what the name is in your language, so.
Sure, we can say Norin. That sounds fine.
Norin's pretty easy to say.
Wait, where do we go?
It is not far.
Grant,
it is not far.
Away.
All right,
How far
no,
is
wait.
it?
How do we
How
take?
far is it? To DM. How far is to Norin's place?
Oh, it's kind of like straight down, because you're in Muspelheim, and it's kind of on the verge of Nidavellir, the underground area with the River of Fire sealing there. So it's not far. It's not far. You can kind of find like a lava tube slide sort of thing.
I have just the thing for a lava tube.
No,
I've got lava toboggan. You will not like this. Hold on.
I think we've
It
done this
sounds
before.
like I'm
in the
gonna
ice
love this.
snow. Dun, 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 dun.
Sounds like I'm gonna hate it.
Yeah, and he goes and Yuri helps bring it out, and it's like a great big canoe, except it's flatter. And we can all
Great
fit in
big
this.
canoe, except it's flatter.
Yeah,
Is
it's more
there
like a
a
toboggan.
surfboard? The
No,
dragon?
it's got the edges and a big curly thing up front, so the
dragon
lava can
head.
spray. Yeah.
Big dragon head up front. Yeah, it's like a dragon.
Go on.
It's a dragon.
Say less. This sounds fantastic.
It's a dragboggan.
There we go.
A drag
Dragboggan, nice.
A lava dragboggan. Ooh, I love this idea.
Very much like the dragboggan. Let's go.
The dragboggan. All right.
Phenomenal.
Can we all fit in the drag bottom? Boggin. Drag bottom.
You
Oh,
know
better.
what are you doing to my things while I am not looking there, Swash? What are you trying to do?
Well, I'm not trying to do anything. I'm dragging bottom.
Can we all fit in the drag bottom? I
There's
just
a
don't
Queen
know.
song about that.
Gross.
Drag bottom.
I'm worried about all of
drag
you.
bottom girls make the
lava
world
will go round.
Yeah, that's the
All
one.
right, so Deed Baba once again has an amazing mechanism to take us to where we need to go, which is Nidavellir. I can't believe I memorized that word.
Down
Nidavellir.
in Brassburg.
It's Brassburg. That's right. That's the region of Nidavellir, where we got to get to Brassburg and the fountain of Aasterninian. So, I got to take care of one accounting thing here. Bonnie, you made some mechanisms. Can you describe your new gadget? And while I'm looking at your character sheet.
Yes, so I made Bonnie's Gob Detector 3000.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. It is, well, it's supposed to be wooden. Pretend it's wooden. And inside of it, there's a little tracker. And it can radar back to my little detector so I can see where somebody is. And if you throw it, you can do a quick sonar ping and it can show you the whole room. Or like the walls anyway. In concept.
So it's like echolocation.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful! All right, so in your in the left side of your sheet, in tools, there's a tinker check now. You can
Yes.
just, if you want to roll me a tinker check, and we will figure out how effective this thing is. Excellent. 10.
It's not very good.
All right.
Sure.
I have an idea. Okay. What did you call it? Bonnie's.
Bonnie's a Gob Detector 3000.
God Detector 3000. All right. So Bonnie's got her God Detector 3000. She's explaining it to you all on the drag bottom.
Isn't it cool?
Drag-
Isn't it great?
Didn't you make this thing up?
The drag boggin.
I am so proud of this. It is my favorite thing now.
Not as cool as the God Detector 3000 though.
And we all go. Captain Guido will go with. Sure, I'll go with. All right, let's go. Captain Beetlejuice over here.
Nice freaking drag bottom, honk honk.
Yeah. I got a zag nut for you. All right. So Deed Babo, this drag boggin, does it need like a pilot, or does it like
yes. So someone needs to sit up in the front and sort of just guide it around, because lava is tricky. There's rocks
it.
and things in it. So someone sits up front. I will sit in the back where the lava doesn't splash at all.
Ahoy, Shinobi!
Sounds like a job for Patches to me.
Indeed.
Yeah, he'll block all the lava for all of us. So I'm gonna sit right behind Patches, my back to his back.
Oh.
My main qualification is being very large.
Meat shield.
I want to be next, where I'm just staring into Guido's eyes.
I want to be right up front.
He's like picking asparagus and broccoli out of his teeth because he's gone vegetarian now after giving up drinking.
There probably is enough if Bunny really wants to get up front by the dragon head.
Yeah.
To get in front could sit in front of Patches. It's not super comfortable, but you could do it.
Is there like a hollow spot, like where Patches? would
Yeah,
put
yeah.
his-
So like there's the
some
controls.
I'm
There's
just
some
going to stand
controls
right on your
yeah.
kneecaps, Patches.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
That's
Or you
even
could-
better. I like that
There's
idea
a
better.
cup holder. Maybe you could fit in there.
Oh,
Do I fit in
forgot-
the cup holder?
Yeah, well, if it's a Patches-sized cup and cup holder, then yes.
Like, is it a
can.
child's
A
size cup
large
holder?
capacity.
You
Oh
drop
my
by
god,
the local
that's a new thing on the
drive-thru.
screen. What's that?
Oh, what?
Oh,
That's
favor.
favor.
Favor,
One
our
for the
ladies.
crew. Thank you, Shinobi.
Yay!
Hey, the crew. All right. How are we tracking? I have to keep track of this.
No, I'm keeping it.
You're
going
going
to
to keep track of this. Okay,
I'll
good.
show
Excellent.
after.
Thank you.
Yep.
All
The,
right.
the little ribbon changes color.
That's more of an overall kind of
Stay
how the whole multiverse thing is going now and then. Yeah, it should be like a half and half thing. It gets redder when Avarice is winning or doing better, and it gets bluer when the Swashbucklers are doing better. Now, these favors that you're redeeming, their audience, are going to be for an end of session roll, right? We're gonna do it
Outside of session, in between sessions.
outside,
The
right?
red-
So it'll
you're-
affect the scale next session. So
Yeah.
we'll see-
So
we'll see
yeah, what's
how
going to
the-
happen is we're going to at the end of a session we're going to talk about where the Red Shirt Armada is going to go if you give us an option or not. The Red Shirt Armada is going to clash with Avarice off screen in between episodes. The favors are going to help her either make that more difficult or easier for the crew, and then we will learn of the results of that at the beginning of the next episode. Diabetes.
I
You were
really,
specifically told to respect the hat.
I thought I
doesn't
made
sound
myself
like
very
respect.
clear.
Uh,
Mr. Diomedes, I made it very clear.
I thought you scoffed at the idea of training chat.
Oh no, I'm threatening chat. That
Oh,
is
okay,
different.
big difference, yeah.
yeah, totally different. It's totally different. Demand respect, fear them into doing what you want.
Yeah.
Fear them,
Mhm.
intimidate them.
Fear
Potato,
no.
potato. It
Impose
could be
fear,
training.
perhaps?
Okay, Patches. I need to talk to Patches
Right.
here for a minute. Patches, so you're going to be piloting this drag boggin, which you've never done before. But Deed Babo assures us that you can do it.
How hard can it be? You pull on these bits and it goes.
No,
boom.
not that one. You hold
Those
this
are
one
my
over here.
bits.
That is, yeah. No, don't do that one.
No
Why
squishy
did you
bits on the drag
Why
boggin.
have you tied anything to your bits?
That's
You know
a
what?
good
Never.
question.
Don't tell me.
Oh, don't tell him,
And
but I
the
tied
bit
something to his
placement.
bits too.
Well, Patches is kind of a natural pilot sort of person. So, Patches, why don't you give me a piloting kind of skill check here? Let's see how this
Sweet.
goes.
Let's
need a little
see how
randomness.
This goes.
Randomness.
Let's see. Is this a water vehicle?
Oh my gosh.
Not really, not
Well, that was a-
exactly.
That was an attack.
Does lava count as
What are we doing
water?
I didn't click anything.
Oh,
No, it's
oh I must have accidentally. Something got under my clicker.
I was asking you.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a water vehicle or
No,
a
this
land?
is technically a land vehicle.
Right.
So you're like less. Yeah, you're fine. All right, so it's a bumpy start, everyone. But sooner rather than later, you get the hang of it, and you're whooshing, kind of like feels like a water slide, even though there's no water. And then it shoots out of a tube after going down some distance. Shoots out of a tube, and there's like a lava waterfall.
Hold on
We
to
don't-
your butts.
We're just going past it, though. We're not going through it. That would be bad. We go through it, and then Patches, you dead on hit another tube, and whoosh, it keeps
Oh,
going.
in a good way. Oh,
Yeah, in a good way. In a good way. Not dead on until that was a 17, not a 7.
oh.
and we come spiraling down, and then there's kind of like a rise for a little bit, and then you hear a click, 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 and you come into an all brass hall. Floor, ceiling, walls, everything. All brass.
Wow.
This reminds me of.
Is
my
it
balls.
shiny or tarnished?
It's got like a hazy kind of like, if you take like a flame and put it up to metal, sometimes you get that kind of blackened char
Like a
char
light
thing.
patina.
Yeah, kind of like that all around. It's like soot and carbon scoring just settling onto it.
This is lovely.
We could just live here.
Are we here? Is this where we're going?
Yes, the sign on the wall says "Welcome to Brassburg."
Oh, that's convenient.
Oh,
That was good driving. Maybe, like again, if once this is done, we and I talked before. Maybe after you're done, you come and I give you a nice job, eh?
I shall consider it.
Sounds like he's poaching crew there.
Did you
Swaz.
say you're going to give him a nice chub?
You know what? If that is part of his compensation package, that is a thing.
Oh, hey, there's another tentacle twist there.
I see
Shinobi,
that.
where's that one going? We're gonna get into some action here shortly.
Action, you say?
Just wait. As soon as Shinobi sets that, we'll figure it out.
No, that is not how it works, Mr. Shinobi.
Yeah, anyone but me or Deed Babo.
Deed Babo gets influence.
Yeah, he gets influence now. You weren't here when we explained that. There's an explainer in the break. Is that right? So we'll have an explainer at the break.
Not that anybody's going to watch it. It's going to be a process. We just have to keep telling
Yeah.
everybody.
It's fine.
It's
all
We
right.
training.
threaten the chat.
Oh my god. Some mechanical. Look, something dinged. We're there. Norin, you hear
You have arrived
the
at your
ding
destination.
of new arrivals at Pressburg. But you're kind of busy, so you
Is
don't
it
really
like
care.
that bell that dings when you drive into the mechanics shop?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's brass bells.
Oh, good. I have an influence. Thank you, Mr. Soulpire.
Yes, excellent. Oh, and Bonnie's got the tentacle twist.
Yep.
All right, cool, good. All right, so Deed Babo, since you know Norin, you're acquainted with Norin. You don't
Yes.
necessarily know very well. You kind of have an idea of where Norin stays here in Brassburg.
That is correct.
So you want to lead the way over there?
Yes, I will lead you. Just Mr. Patches, just put a little rope there on the end, just so it doesn't drift away in the lava, please.
I shall tie it down.
Thank you. Spasiba, as I say. So we will go, and there's a large building. It almost looks like a sort of a palace / hunting lodge made all out of brass. It's very strange. That is where I believe Norin is working out of, here in Brassburg.
Yes.
Think of the big thing in Skyrim where it's like on the top of the hill, and it's like that, but it's made of brass.
It's all brass. Everything is brass. The floor is the streets are brass. The buildings are brass.
Big
A lot
dedication to theme here.
Yeah. Brassburg, way on the nose. Way on the nose.
Well, you can't have wood in a lava place. It doesn't last very long. It's
Says
not
you.
made-
I feel like brass is also a problem in the lava
I'm
place.
on
Pretty
top
sure
of
someone
the
could
hill,
have
all
wood in a
right.
lava place. Speaking of wood in a lava
There's plenty of wood in this lava place. I'll say that right.
So you head into the palace. There's some like assistants and servants of Norin, because Norin is an Earl of Brassburg, the Earl of Brassburg. And Deed Babo, in classic Deed Babo fashion, I imagine, is just walking through the building and going to where he suspects Norin is.
Yep. I tell one of the people that is by the door, I said, which way to Norin? I assume this way, right? And I don't even wait. I just start walking.
Well, they're sputtering with, sir, but you can't. Earl
Earl
Norin is busy.
Here.
You see
Here.
some ornately carved doors in front of you that you figure probably through there.
I reach into my little pouch and I take a little piece of coal out and I say, here for your troubles.
We,
Excuse you.
Sir, I can't accept this.
No, you'll
That's
have
bribery.
to. No, you must accept. It is not. It is a gift. It is the season. Look at my hat. It is okay. You go away now, and I'll go over to the door and try and
Very
open
red.
the door.
For my tentacle twist,
Yes.
I want to hop up and do like a spinning bicycle kick and kick
Oh.
open the doors to
Oh,
Norin's office.
wonderful.
We're
Norin. So the doors come crashing open with a loud clanging of brass.
They're brass.
We're
I
gonna stay
forgot.
on point. We're gonna stay on point here. Blang.
Uh,
And you see
There
a
may be
giant
some sparks
pickle.
because I've kicked it with my metal leg.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's like sparks. It's a huge noise, Norin. You're disturbed from what you were doing. Hey, what were you doing?
Well, I was riding the hill. If I were to be gentlemanly about it, but I must say I was a tad bit busy with my boyfriend here.
Oh, your
Oh.
boyfriend's here.
Oh.
Oh, you've
Norin.
entered the
Oh, we've
boudoir.
chosen a bad time.
You open
Hello,
this,
we're here.
Norin,
Oh
this
is
shit,
good
I'm
to see
sorry.
you.
you
How
kick
you
open
doing?
this door, and all you see is my ass.
Norin. Oh.
Good work.
Oh my gosh. Deed Babo,
Where's my shirt? Swash is suddenly shirtless. Gleaming chest, slightly moist. See the water
Where's-
dripping off it.
water's
That's-
just dripping off him a little bit, yeah.
Oh, you got a new
Dee-
shirt. I like it.
Deed Babo, you're too kind, bringing me friends.
These are not exactly friends, but you know what? They're good for now. You can use maybe one later. I don't know. That is up to them. But actually, I have to talk to you. We have some business.
Before
Give
that
me a
business,
moment, babe.
yeah,
Give me a
before that
moment.
business gets taken care of, Deed Babo, you recognize part of the other person in the bed with Norin.
Wait, is
Give
there a
me-
bed in the office?
No,
It's
it's
my-
you
This is
busted
your-
into the bedroom.
You have entered my boudoir. You've entered
boudoir.
my
That's-
I
room.
look around.
My bad.
That looks familiar.
It does look familiar.
He
It's
cla-
your son, Jacques.
Ah,
Bum.
Oh,
bum, indeed.
There were two of
But-
those. Norin
Bum,
climb.
bum,
I'll-
and someone else's bum.
Yeah, climb up out of the bed, and I'll just like kind of walk over and throw on like a shirt, no pants, and just
Oh,
I would
Okay.
look at Norin. I would look at Jack. I would look at Norin again. I look back and go,
how can I?
I am
help
both
you?
Help.
proud and disappointed
Point
in
it
you,
way
son.
Well, Jacques was last seen in prison that you put him in for attempting to overthrow your reign of.
Well, that is correct.
Oh,
I
that
am
one.
That one.
Oh, that one.
I have
Yes,
so
that
many
son.
sons on so many planes. They all blur together sometimes.
There's so many of them.
This is
so many of them
specifically
disappoint
the
you.
Resistance Jacques Morose of the Resistance from Frashtopia.
So I see you have improved some skills in prison. Okay, good.
He's been a bit rehabilitated, if you will forgive my meaning.
Oh no! I think I am enjoying this bit here. That is good.
My
But
dear Frosty boy, you didn't tell me that your father was going to be visiting us. I wish I'd put out a charcuterie board.
oh, there is no need. I appreciate the
It looks like you
gestures.
did.
Jacques kind of sits up and
A
is
lot
like,
of meat.
You can sit there and not move, okay, boy?
well,
Yeah, I said you could sit there and you just keep the thing closed.
You're not the boss of me here.
Now, Jacques, you don't need to speak to your father like that.
I don't want to speak to him at all.
I don't blame you. We can take this conversation out
That
into
might
the
be
parlor if you prefer.
I think that would be better. And a nice place for us to sit that it does not be soiled by my son.
Excellent. You may head out there. The servants will take you out there. I'll be following momentarily after
I appreciate it.
I finish my business that you so gratefully interrupted.
yep, you do that. Bonnie is
I-
going to hightail it out of there. This is a lot of.
Nice kick.
A lot of awkwardness all at
Thanks.
once. Yeah.
Except for he has no break of anything on this. He's sort of just rolling with it like, no, you go ahead. You don't have to be nice.
He
either."
just stands there and watches.
No. Oh, I'll go in the other room too. I am sorry.
Yeah.
Forgive me, Avarice. I go.
I've been alive for a long time, sir, but there are certain things that I am not willing to try.
Well, don't let these scales bother you. And then I go.
Boundaries are good.
It's the
All right,
it's the
sometime
friction
later.
I'm after.
Sometime later, you're all in the parlor. Norin's servants and assistants and stuff have got a charcuterie board together for you. You're not quite sure what kind of meat it is, but it's it's like salted and processed and been drying in the shed.
Where I come from, you don't ask questions about what kind of meat it was before it were sausage.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of summer fruit too.
Well, yeah, a lot of summer fruit, which is weird because you're nowhere. I mean, you're underground, kind of. So.
Oh, shit, I'm at the pickle.
My
Still-
apologies.
No, I'm sorry. I should have realized. I'll just let
There's
Deep
such
Baba
a
do talking.
thing as knocking, but we could
I knocked
commence
with my
with.
foot.
Yes,
Sort of
you
did the one loud knock.
Yeah.
I do appreciate your servants and you sharing this tasty meat with us. But there is a bit of business.
All right, speak your piece.
So, you know what's happening out in the plains, yeah? You've heard about Avarice and the gems and the crazy things of destroying multiplanes, yeah?
Something like that.
So, I'm going to fix this with my friend's help here. What we need to do is I need to get a power source from the from the fountain of Aasterninian.
All right.
No. I know what you snicker at, and that is not what we're talking about. The fountain of Aasterninian is a magical power source that I can use to create a power source to stop everything from going boom.
Well, you may have a bit of trouble, Master Bobo, because that fountain's gone dry.
Well, that is inconvenient.
It is severely inconvenient.
What has happened?
Well, it seems that the fire of the white flame has gone out. I believe, based off of my sources, that the cause of the problem lies somewhere else in Needvillier. But
That
I
is-
don't got much more information than that.
That's not a good place to go, but I think we can handle it, right, Swashbucklers?
Of course. Definitely knew all of the
This-
things you were talking about.
The source is somewhere else, or the cause of its drying up is somewhere else.
The cause
The
of
cause.
it drying up is somewhere else.
Is this a person, place, or thing?
It could be one of those things, two of those things, or all three of those things.
So you
know
don't
just
know.
about as
It
mine.
is at least a noun. We've
You-
got that.
You know
narrowed
just
down.
about as much as I do. I'm not holding anything back here, Swashbucklers. You got a better chance about getting an answer out of that cheese board.
We saw you are not holding things back. We
Well,
know.
you know
The cheese
where
board is
this,
sentient wood, and it says, "I don't have anything to do with that."
but you know where it is.
Be out of this.
Norn just like takes an arrow from nowhere and stabs it in the cheese.
God
Shut-
damn it, that again.
Shut up.
Oh.
But you know where this source might, or this problem might lie.
Possibly. Could take you there. At least to a couple of places I got an inkling about. People talk.
I would be in your debt. Yeah, I would owe you a favor for this favor.
Don't think I've ever heard him say that.
This is important, not the other stuff we did with you before. That was not important. And Swash owes me a debt, so we have to balance that out somewhere.
You know how dangerous it is owing
Why-
a debt to someone from my realm. But
As-
I think I find this amusing.
Why haven't you taken care of this problem yourself yet?
I've been a little busy. To put it politely.
Fornicating.
So,
Well, you
Bonnie's
see,
gonna look at
I
eyes.
can respect that.
you see, I've just recently woken up from a 1,000-year sleep when I took the place of the Earl King, so I've been reacquainting myself with life's pleasures.
Reasonable.
That seems reasonable. Yes.
And one of them apparently includes springing my boyfriend out of jail after he apparently tried to take over the world again.
We will have to talk.
Who among
about
us
that.
hasn't?
That maybe you find ambition sexy. Who knows?
Oh, I have one more
Huh.
question for you, Norin. How do you know where this is? Whatever it is that stopped the magic or drained the magic of the well.
It smells like magic and like trouble. Got a powerful itch between my shoulder blades, and I don't think it's just the sweat running down.
Swash can relate to that. He's got a lot of sweat.
Oh,
running
it's
down
it's
all the time.
saltwater moisture. It just looks like I'm constantly being sprayed with the ocean spray.
It's like always glistening for some reason. And
always
his shirt
glistening.
just falls off.
Every now and then, I will just press the digitate and make some of it go away because it's bothering me. It's kind of grossing me
Stop
out.
drying me.
Stop trying.
It seems like he needs that moisture to remain in a comfortable state.
But it is very creepy.
I'm a silky.
Well, that seems like it's a problem that belongs to you only, Master Pablo.
I have many problems with this man. It is fine.
Let's
Anyway,
Been a challenge before, but we'll get over it.
Let us go. Let's
So
go.
Norin's assistants bring out a large engraved brass map. You're guessing it's a map. It's like acid etched into, and it's about the size of the table. And they point out like, this is Brassburg, this is where we are, and this is the fountain of Aasterninian, which is the center of Brassburg, and it is the font of the White Flame, it's called. And the White Flame is, as Norin stated, magic of some sort. We're not sure. It's a source of magic. And they've done some tracking of the flow of magic, and they found out that it comes from further below in Nidavellir. And so they think that it might go all the way down to like the dark gnome kingdom.
Right. Well, let's get after it then.
We're not in lava. We used lava tubes, so it's just an empty tube. It's kind of like when
Where the lava used to be.
It's where the lava used to be, right? So we weren't surfing actual lava. We were just following the paths of previous lava. And yes, the brass, everything is warm to the touch down here because of the river of fire ceiling, probably.
Yeah, I
For starters.
don't recommend sitting on the toilet seat naked, if you catch my meaning.
That's okay. I don't sit anyway. It is fine.
Ever?
It's actually they say that's it. It's actually better for your circulation.
I'm very European.
Than it answers.
Oh, I just had the
Just it is fine. Don't worry about it.
Excellent, because I don't need to be any more associated with your butthole more than I am with your son.
If you could levitate, you wouldn't really have to sit. Now that I think about it.
You have to never mind.
I
I'm
do
not
have-
going to get
I-
into the
Well, you are
logistics.
pretty.
I do levitate. Don't discount that. But also prestidigitation is super handy sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Norn is just like Norn's just like gearing up, and like his people are like bringing in bits and pieces of his leathers and stuff like that as we're talking.
Are
and
you
stuff.
like armoring up as this is happening?
Yeah, he's like he's
Dope.
like pulling on his fingers. He's got his braces on. He's pulling on his quiver and everything. Quiver's got like a ethereal kind of glow of very summery, very fragrant like flowers. It's very off. It's very not Brassburg.
Brassburg smells like burning metal and smoke and such. And so yeah, when the quiver goes past you all, you're like you instantly like fall into a memory of a bright summer day back in the world that was. For a moment you're like, oh, the cherry blossoms are beautiful this time of year, and whoop, and then you're jarred back as the quiver passes on.
Yep. And Norin pretty much smells like that after donning such. Can't help but hide it.
Bonnie is going to immediately take out a notebook and a pencil, a piece of charcoal, a writing utensil.
Charcoal pencil, something like that.
Charcoal
sure.
pencil. And just start trying to take notes on this quiver. This is cool. I want one.
You want one of these, you'll have to come to my realm. Make a deal with a goblin backstage.
Is that a euphemism?
Oh, you sweet summer child. Let's go.
Was it guys, was it a euphemism?
No, I don't think so.
Calculating.
I don't know.
I'm never
that name.
sure anymore. I
If it was a
operate
euphemism,
as though
I'm
everything
probably
is.
just going to have to run it by
Wait.
my wife.
Oh, Jamoy, did that bush actually talk?
Eyes talks.
You know,
Yes.
he's
Yeah,
been
the-
here all along.
Excuse
I
us.
thought that was just like your little toy thing, like you pulled around with you. It talks.
No, it's our new crew
It's not-
member.
yeah, it's
We
not
found him on your
topiary.
ship.
Eyes talks.
We found him on your ship.
Oh, he's mad. Look at you turned his eyes red. He's mad.
He was you know what? He was in with the other pointy trees that we use for lights and things. That's why I didn't notice him.
He's our new carpenter, shipwright.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
good. What
I
about the
fix-
ship left?
Eyes fixes.
Jacques, dearest, I expect you to behave while I'm out. Unless you want to come with me.
Jacques like
I think you already
calculating.
done that.
Calculating.
He's like, I think
Euphemism.
I'll stay here for a while if you don't mind.
Excuse me, everyone. I'm going to have to occupy my man here. Just
Wait,
pushes
what?
him into the bedroom real quick. There's some scuffling, some like, hey!
Shelf's knocked over. And
Yep. And then he comes back out. That should hold him for a little bit. Shall we?
Right.
T-Bubble thinks for a moment and goes, yeah, that is good. I like that. Okay, let's go.
All right, so the map that the assistants gave is clearly too big to take with you.
Oh,
Um,
is it?
it's like-
We'll
it's
make
like
a copy
table.
then.
Yeah, you can do that. You can. I figured Bonnie was probably as soon as the map came out. Bonnie was like, "Ooh."
You can take a
information.
rubbing of it or something like that. If I never see a piece of brass any longer in my life, it'll be too soon.
That's saying a lot because you just slept for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
I couldn't live down here and underneath the earth and clothes in metal.
There's like ornate sculptures of like trees with like cherry blossoms and there's a topiary, but everything is brass. Everything is brass. It's almost as if Norin is trying to recapture something from somewhere else, but everyone just keeps bringing brass sculptures.
Yeah.
There's
For what
even
it's worth, I
a
find
brass
it
monkey in the
oddly
tree.
comforting.
Brass monkey. Funky monkey.
That is a funky monkey. Yes, I am familiar.
All right, so according to this map, there's some sort of staircase that goes down from like a less populated part of Brassburg down into the
East
caverns
guy.
below. Yeah, the caverns below into Nidvillier.
We agree, so we go.
Deeper
Yeah.
we're
Yes, we
going.
do.
Yes, we will go.
Do you need me to roll something to drive us down there, or is it just?
You could
Sled down the stairs.
you could do a navigation check. Did I give you a navigation thing?
But we could take the sled down the stairs.
It would be a bumpy ride.
Norin's just running down the tunnel on the ceiling.
Oh,
The drag boggin does not work well on bumpy like stairs and things. It's not like-
He runs about 55 feet per round, so
Nice.
Guess we got to try to keep up.
Bonnie is going to take this as a challenge and starts hopping on her metal leg, which has a spring in it.
Yes, it does. Fast. She's fast for a halfling. For a small folk.
A
I do-
fastling.
I
Fast.
do what I always
Yeah,
do. I
fastling.
saunter. Deep
Yes.
Babo saunter.
Yes,
to
I
answer
will
your
hang
question,
back
I
with
don't seem to have a
Debabo.
navigation skill at all.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. You've got a map, so I don't think we need to worry about some type of roll or anything. You find this staircase, and this staircase is supposed to lead down to the realm of the Sindri. The Sindri are known as being like dark gnomes and dwarves that live at the roots of the world, of this world. Not the nicest people. Great craftspeople.
But we're going right into their territory.
But that's
Yeah.
where, that's the flow of the fountain
flame.
of Aasterninian.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Comes-
so we're
comes
going
from
on
down
foot,
there somewhere.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You're going into what's basically hostile territory.
Oh, I was going to ask if this was under Norin's dominion, but that
Nope.
answers that.
Yeah, just Brassburg. Norn is the Earl of Brassburg.
Okay.
Norn,
So
have you had some dealings with the Sindri?
Oh, more than once, I'll tell you what. Like little daggum snakes sticking their heads out their hollers. They don't
you
care
understand
for
that?
me.
You just need to pop them.
They don't care for me.
Brass hammers.
I'm an outsider here, and they know it. Of course, I'm roughly about 6'5", so I stand out amongst them, obviously. And I gotta say, they're mean sons of bitches anyway. So, there was that one time though.
What happened that one time?
That one time involved a bit of a treaty party, and they was swinging from the chandelier, all
Oh.
linked up like a goddamn chain of gnomes, like a
Sounds
trapeze
lovely.
act. Yeah, but then they got dizzy and they done did throw up all over my dining table.
Rude.
I see the trouble now.
But there is one of them that keeps sending some brass sculptures of the more suggestive types, seeing as they've understood my proclivities
Hmm.
for
When my ship is repaired, we might be able to work out a deal. I would think that would make an excellent decoration for some of the cabins in my ship.
some phallic brass made objects.
There is perhaps in the
Sounds
guest
on brand.
room. The guest room.
Now I think you'll have to forgive me, but considering the relationship that I hold with your son, I think this is a might bit weird.
No, you see,
I may sound like my family tree looks kind of like the what the Americans would call the Olympic rings, but I guarantee you, it ain't true.
No, I would never assume something like that. I am thinking merely of the decorative thing. We could do as a commerce.
What is an American?
It is another land that
Another
is-
realm far away from here. They're the kinds of folk that
That
dump
place
shit.
is crazy.
They dump shit in their own rivers that they drink out of. It's crazy.
my home realm and
Doesn't sound nice.
theirs. We don't get along well. We've had a long history.
Hope we never go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they totally tried to take over Deed Babo's domain and turn it into like this big money-making thing. He's not pleased with them at all.
They've
No.
got this thing called capitalism.
Ugh.
Sounds horrible. Let's go
Ah,
back to
gross.
pirating.
It is good for my business, but not for my realm. So, anyway,
So the staircase leads down quite some distance until you get to these huge black stone gates that are the edge of the realm of the Sindri.
Norm goes up to it. He does the secret knock.
Bam, bam, bam.
Sounds like the
Which
ghosts of
it doesn't
Gates of
really
Hell.
echo because it's stone,
Subtle.
but they somehow on the other side they know that you're there, and like a tube opens up in this stone door, and you just hear, "Who is it?"
Fucking open the door.
No, I said, "Who is it?"
It's Nornar Glindris at your service, apparently appointed Earl of the Aasterninian, as the fucking whatever that's called, the Aasterninian fountain.
Yeah, we don't know anything that you got going on. You could just go back to where you were.
Open the damn door. I will not ask a third time.
Nope, nobody's home. Nope, the Sindri are out. We're on vacation right now. You gotta.
He leans down and he shoots an arrow into the hole.
That'll work.
He like takes an arrow and he just like stabs it into the hole.
Well, you know it's pretty long. You know the doors are several feet thick, so I like the.
Okay, he shoots it in there then.
Yeah, shoot it in there. I love that.
Very, very quick. Very, very, very not subtle.
Go ahead and make an attack roll on that, I guess. Let's see how this goes.
Now, do I want to use the fun part of my experiencing little quiver here? Nah, I'll just save that for later. That's fine. Here we go. Let's make a roll. I think I hit the daggone
Oh
wrong
my
button.
god!
I rolled a 25 to hit.
From the tube, you hear, "Oh my god!" I just had the name. Oh my god! Otter is dead. They've killed Otter. Open the doors. We're going to attack them.
I hope you are all ready for a bit of an unpleasant gathering.
You hear
Finally, I've been waiting for this to happen for so long.
grinding
It's
of
all right.
stone
It was-
gears and like
It was
a
about
bar
this.
being-
It was about this way the last time that I
Oh.
came here. Excuse me. And he
Do you
starts.
have any
walk-
weaknesses we should take advantage of?
They're fucking short, and he starts walking up the side of the wall.
Sure.
Just starts like walking up the side of the wall and onto
All
the
eyes turn
ceiling,
to Bonnie.
onto the ceiling. And he like strings another arrow, pointing it at the door.
And while this is happening, D Babo takes the little walking stick he has and sort of holds it, and it grows a bit, and it's more like a staff now, and he's sort of holding it in a ready position.
That
You
was
had a walking
perfect.
stick with that hat.
It is a cane. It is like a little cane. But
love
now
it.
I have a big
He's got
staff.
sparkly fish in the heels of his shoes too, apparently.
Yeah, of course.
So
Oh,
You've got an
think-
influence.
I think
Dead Babo,
Patches
you have
and Bonnie
influence.
like
Okay,
make
thank you.
eye contact, and then Patches steps behind Bonnie and pulls out Chunky Salsa in this like weird reversal of expectation.
That was subtle. That was very
That's
subtle.
fair.
The doors open, and even before they're fully open, as soon as there's like a 3-foot wide gap in them, and they're still, you can hear them grinding, and they're still opening. Out start pouring these gray-skinned dwarves with like shocks of red hair, almost like flame, like shooting up, and they just come charging out. Rah! You killed Otan! They're yelling and screaming, all kinds of horrible things they're gonna do to you.
Yep. Just like last time.
And there's a lot of them. It's just like
Mhm.
a sea of these gray-skinned, red-haired dwarves.
Through the 3-foot opening of the gate, am I able to see the mechanisms that are pulling it open?
Yeah, you see there's some gnomes who are slightly shorter, and they have larger like all-white eyes and white hair. And it's the Sindri have kind of have like a sort of, not a symbiotic relationship, like
An abusive relationship.
yeah, like an abusive relationship with them. They're not slaves, but they
It's
are
a
kind of a lower
toxic.
class. And they have their hands in chains they're dragging the doors open.
Oh, gross.
All right.
Eyes, you have a tentacle twist.
Ooh.
Affirmative.
And like 30 Sindri dwarves come pouring out of this entrance. They all have fancy weapons, really well forged weapons, and they just come running out yelling about how you've killed Otur, the guardian of Sindri.
Do any
I
of
would
them
like to use a tentacle twist.
go for it?
Okay.
Eyes is going to cast the spell Conjure Animals,
Okay.
and I am going to make so many octopi spawn to grapple all of our would-be assailants.
All right. It's tentacle twist, so like 20 octopuses rain down from the ceiling, and in each arm they just start grabbing onto whatever they can, sindri weapons, some of the gnomes, and there's just like chaos everywhere. They're like smashing them into each other and throwing them, and the doors finally stop opening at about 4.5 feet wide. Because the gnomes that were pulling on the chains just kind of like fall into the ground and just not. They're like, oh my god, we're all gonna die. But it sounds like
I would like to use my influence now.
Oh, okay.
Because parts of my organization have done business with the Sidri in the past.
Well, of course.
And like everywhere. And I will just step forward and say, I suggest you stop, please. I'm Deed Babo. These are my friends and companions. And I'll say to Norton, are we worried about hurting any of them?
No.
You know my name, you know my business. If you do not want coal in your stocking, keep coming and come at me.
Well, but Otter is dead. We need blood debt for Otter.
I will make the blood debt even higher if you don't stop now.
Oh.
All you gotta do is take the arrow out of his eye socket. He'll be fine.
We will take you to King Hreidmar, and King Hreidmar.
How let me ask you a question, DM. How dead is? Could I spin my tentacle twist to heal the dude, bring him back from the edge of death?
Sure, that sounds like
All
a
right,
tentacle
so I'm
twisty kind of thing.
Stride forward and go. Take me. What's his name again?
Otter.
Take me to Otter. I will help.
And I'm gonna hold out my hands, and they're gonna start glowing, the sea green, sea foam color.
I can't swim, says one of the Sindri.
What?
I never learned to swim.
No, just take me to Otter.
Okay, Otter is like behind the door. They kind of placed
Right.
him off to the side, and there's this long arrow sticking out of his, technically out of his mouth. It's like straight, because he was talking into the tube when he shot him.
Oh, right.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna put my hands on him, and when I do, these luminescent jellyfish appear over his wound, and they're all gonna go, and they're gonna slip inside, and then slowly the arrow starts being pushed out as the jellyfish push it out and start healing his eye.
The Sindri
I
are
bring him back from the
horrified
clutch
'cause they
of
don't know
death.
His
what
mouth.
any of these creatures are. They're like, what is going on? These people are aliens from the far reaches. This is horrible. Did you see those creatures that
wrong.
showed up?
But
Nor just
Ordo's
like
gonna
drops.
I'm
Nor just
alright.
like drops down from the ceiling on a 3-point landing, and he's watching this go down, and he kind of snatches his arrow and tucks it back into his quiver. He's like, "That's disgusting."
All right, so it's like covered in
Not for the
jellyfish
corpse,
ooze,
honestly.
jellyfish slime.
Ew, ew, ew. Ew.
I'm gonna put my hand on Ordo. Ordo's gonna
Otter.
come alive. Otter, it's gonna come alive. He's gonna be staring right at me, and I'm gonna grip his shoulder and say, "Umwanch has plans for you, Otter."
He vomits blood up on you.
Don't worry about that. That'll subside in roughly 2 to 3 days.
You're all right. He's all right. I say to the
If
rest
the
of them.
bleeding persists, you might as well call your local physician to see if you can be seen.
Otter is like, but I was communing with the gods, and now I am back in this shithole. I hate you all.
That's right.
Womp
We've
womp.
saved you, and that's what it means.
You fuckers, you have deprived me of my just.
You didn't die a
afterlife.
glorious death. Get it.
It was battle. It counts.
Here, mister, here. Pulls out another piece of coal from his pouch and says, here, sir. Maybe this will help recompense your loss of divinity.
Don't take it all at once.
I'll go check this out and get back to you. And he kind of like wanders off because he was just, mostly dead. It's kind of like, ooh, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
And he took a big old hit of coal.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the others are like, King Hreidmar must hear of this. We must go. You must come to King Hreidmar with us and tell the story of how you saved Otter. Oh, magical whitefish. That's you, Swash.
Yeah. I get that. Suddenly my
Is that
shirt's
in
no
our
longer on.
itinerary?
Like, yes, take me to your king.
How
You're
did
like
it
slung
Falling.
over your shoulder and
Yes.
it's just flapping in no breeze.
ego inflated?
Magical whitefish. That's what they're going to call you
I'm
now.
going to kick or not kick, I'm going to gently nudge an octopus out of the way. Eyes, do you plan on, what do you plan on doing with the octopus? Are they just going to die down here? You summoned all these to their death?
They are fey creatures.
Oh my god. They call you Magisk Sick. Magisk Sick?
They will return to the fey.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
start,
that's where my
Steak to
cousin is
pie.
from.
start disappearing in soft puffs of purple smoke. All right. All right. Take us to your king.
Finally.
Wait, did we need to talk to their king?
I don't know.
Hreidmar. You must
believe
talk
we
with
are now.
Hreidmar.
We are now. Norin,
Uh,
Sick.
is there any
Yeah.
advantage to us talking to their king, or are we just passing through?
well, I ain't got nothing going on.
Yeah.
So,
Are we?
Excuse me, sorry.
Did we mean to pass through here to wherever we're going? Is that
The map did lead you to the kingdom of Sindri here.
okay?
You probably
Well,
weren't planning on talking to King Hreidmar.
That's
Well-
not necessarily true. I don't mind talking to the king.
Right.
it kind of puts it right into a situation in which we're talking face to face with the folks that I was planning to, absolve of their position of whatever the fuck is plugging up this damn fire fountain so I can go fucking home.
Well, in the event that we find out that they are unwilling to unplug said fountain, we'll be in the room to murder them that much more quickly. That's efficiency.
Yeah.
Can't
I
argue
have
with
a-
that.
It can wait till the break. During the break, Swash, we're going to have a conversation about this red shirt thing because I have a question or two.
Okay.
As we are walking through the gates, did any of them happen to drop any guns?
Guns. Well, gee, Bonnie, you are lucky. You have 3 luck points. Do you wanna try to get lucky?
Yes.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay. All right.
Calculating.
I recommend my new guest room.
That's not
So-
that's not my type, but thank you.
It's there for you if you need.
I'm
Okay.
gonna.
What am I rolling?
Asexuals are valid.
True. Hey!
Hey, it worked. Okay.
Now that's a beautiful thing.
I got lucky. Captain Greedo got lucky with a 25.
Up all night to
can't see
get
it.
lucky.
Yes. All right. So in your tools box again, where the Tinker check is, you have a get lucky roll.
Oh, fantastic.
This is going to be a pretty difficult one because you're asking for a specific item that they wasn't mentioned in the scene previously. But we'll see how it goes.
We'll see. Worst thing that happens is there is no gun.
Oh,
But I got that's a nat 20, my guy.
yeah. So you got a 26, which is as high as you can get. So I'm gonna say you found 4.
Nice.
4 guns.
Does anyone want to explain why the short one is laughing maniacally
She's,
in
like, holding
a
up all these
dastardly
weapons.
dastardly
I
fashion?
would stay away. I'd give her a radius of,
That's
at
her
least 20
explosion
feet.
noise.
She likes things that go boom.
Oh, well, she'll love my quiver and the arrows that are produced from it. So, hopefully, we won't have to resort to that, but she will like it regardless.
Bonnie had a
Euphemism.
dogtail that was capable of wagging. It would just be like propeller.
I think you could tinker one of those into existence. If you so
I
wished.
don't feel the need to. I just needed to make the metaphor.
It'd just-
Maybe
it'd be
when
so
we get back to the forge, I can do that for you.
the phlogiston forge.
Okay, we can discuss the particulars of the guns later. I just wanted to obtain
you
a
have
firearm. That was one of my goals for this season, was to obtain a firearm. So
That's the second pickle I saw on the screen,
Yeah.
and I think I missed the first thing
it's,
that went into the barrel.
I'm keeping track. I'm keeping track of everything, Chris.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
get you.
Is that cumbersome, or do you want me to do some of
No,
that?
no, not at all. I'm doing it
Okay,
right
good.
in my
All right.
book per
All right.
episode.
Okay. Okay. So the Sindri, and there's still a lot of them, are like They basically are like the only place you could go is this way to King Hreidmar. Otherwise, it looks like you're in for a really big fight because like more and more of them keep showing up. Like there was some alarm. There must have been some alarm in the stone that they heard because they listened to the stone, of course. And they keep showing up with weapons and like ready for battle.
I am holding 4 guns in my arms like this because I guess they're tiny people too.
They're
I'm still gonna hold them as though they're cumbersome.
they're this big. So I don't know what's that. They're this big. 15 inches in length, give or take. They're kind of rudimentary. As you look at them, you imagine that
I can make them
like,
better.
great gouts of flame shoot out and are probably scarier that way than they are like accurate or distance or anything like that. But yeah, you definitely have the basis to now improve upon some firearms.
Sweet. Thank you.
Literally firearms.
In Norin's head, he hears a voice that says, "Be careful with that one and those weapons. They're a little more dangerous than you think."
Barney, would you like me to carry 1 or 2 for you? Do you need
Nope,
help?
I'm good. I'm
Okay.
good. Thank you though.
We could probably store them in eyes.
No,
Like wiggles
I'm
a
good.
finger in his ear and he's like, "That was invasive." And not in a way that I was expecting, Master Barbo.
I'm sorry, what?
Mr. Babao.
And you just hear it again. This is between us and not them.
Come, King Hreidmar awaits. We have sent word to King
Let's go.
Hreidmar. He expects you.
Yeah,
all.
I'm trying to do so,
Attention.
but you all walk so goddamn slow because your legs are short, and that's not your fault. But my legs are freakishly long, and I'm losing my patience.
Norn, have you met this king? Your neighbor?
I don't know. Have I met this king, my neighbor?
Why would I
You've
know? Oh,
He probably sent
This is-
sent me a
I
gift
know.
basket when I came by. I had some nice scented soaps in it, I suppose.
sent you some charred evergreen to show like it was both a compliment and a warning. So you
Yeah.
have a tenuous relationship, but you have not actually met King Hreidmar.
Given the influence I just used too, with King Hreidmar, we would not know each other personally, but how do I think he might react to knowing I am here?
Because you're not from Muspelheim, but that's the closest you've been in the past, and that's probably when you had dealings with Hreidmar.
Yeah,
So in that case, it was most likely a commercial transaction.
very good.
You needed the Sindri to make something, and you paid
Yeah.
for it, and
Yes, that is-
whatever. So you're probably on like a neutral footing. You're not
That's-
considered an ally or anything, but no.
I'm more
animosity.
worried about being animosity. Yes.
Yeah,
That's-
no animosity towards you.
Good.
There
But
might
your
be a
name
little-
is known, obviously.
There might be a little bit of animosity between me and the king, but not necessarily in horrific animosity kind of level, more of a like, could you stop commenting on how tall or short I keep my grass on my side of the lawn there, Doog?
It's only when your trees reach over the fence into Sindri, then we have a problem.
Yeah, well, all my trees are brass at this point. They don't shed no leaves, so I don't know why he's complaining.
Because some people want to complain about stuff.
He just gotta, maybe if we all band together and work real hard, we could pull the stick out of his ass.
Oh.
It could be a stone rod. Who knows?
We might have a contraption for that.
I know I do.
Hundreds and hundreds of these Sindri dwarves, and to some lesser extent, some of those gnomes are like in the tunnels looking at you. Some of them kind of look mad, like we should kill them. They shouldn't be talking to the king. And some of them are look suspicious and things like that. But there's a path that leads to what looks like the seat of power of the Sindri, where you'll find King Hreidmar.
Is it a building or is it more caves?
Well, it's more of like a building-like structure in just hewn out of the stone. That's so you see a lot of like dwellings and stuff in the walls and whatever. And the cave, there's natural caves that were obviously formed by either running water or lava or whatever in the past. But they have built up this area so that they have like proper dwellings and stuff within the stone. Everything is stone here.
That's nice.
Yep, everything.
There, you often hear like a clanging of anvils
is rocky.
coming from places here and there, as there are clearly some of the Sindri that aren't interested in you and are still working, or whatever.
Dear gods, I miss the scent of the springtime and the bird song, but I suppose that I made my bed here in this sweaty, sedimenty hell.
How did you end up here if this is not where you're from?
Well, Father Dearest has sent me in this direction mostly to take care of any issues that came towards a territory kind of dispute, and subsequently named me Earl of this flaming fountain that is flameless.
Right.
Yeah.
Your dad sounds like a dick.
He is kind of a dick, but you can only go a couple of ways once you lived as long as he has.
That's good. You should kill him.
I've thought about it once or twice, but honestly, I don't
That's our
have any
Bonnie.
interest in taking a hold of the mantle that he's been hold of for so long. I almost got in trouble. I almost had to take on the mantle of the Winter Knight last year.
Would that have been worse?
Well, not the Winter Knight, excuse me. It would have been the Headless Horseman mantle or something like that.
That
That
sounds
does sound
worse.
worse.
Yeah,
Sounds like that mantle's missing something very important.
yeah,
Truly
something like
cold
that.
or not being able to eat.
Yeah. So I ended up taking the place of the Earl King so that way I took myself a nice long nap with my dog, and it was nice.
You got a dog too. That's
Yeah,
when you might
she's-
notice Seals, my seal hound.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, let me describe what Seals looks like.
He's a good boy.
It's one of my favorite things to do. A grotesque beast with the muscular tail, bulbous head, and the rubbery, slime-covered flesh of a hideous eel. The torso and webbed paws of this amphibious predator resemble those of a misshapen canine. Needle-sharp teeth fill the creature's menacing jaws.
No, but the big lolling tongue makes him look very
Yeah.
derpy. And
Very cute.
Yeah.
Derpy with the big white
I
blind
give him
eyes.
some
Like,
scritches. Oh yes, you're a good boy, Seals. You're a good boy, Seals.
Where's
he
your
has to
hound?
stick close to Swash to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Peppa's back at home keeping the bar up to keep. I own a bit of a piece of land. Well, not own. You can't really own land, but she's running the bar. And if I say running the bar, she is somewhat of a pit bull. So she's mostly just sitting on a seat at the bar eating all the peanuts.
It's an important role.
Yeah.
When we see the
Someone
king, I'm
must
gonna
do it.
walk forward.
You want
Ahead of the group.
to see the king prior to or after the break?
Prior.
Prior to, all right. You walk up these giant stone stairs, and there's you're basically walking beneath what looks like a carved Sindri, 100 feet tall, and you're kind of walking into like a doorway beneath his robes, and you enter into a hallway, much like the background on the interface right now. The fire is along the sides of the walls, lighting this long hall, and inside, up on the far end on a dais, sits what must be King Hreidmar, in glittering jewels and golden armor, like almost like the gold is just like an overlay, and so it doesn't look ceremonial. It looks made for war, but it's very rich looking. And his orange hair is bound up into like a big braid down the back, and his beard is brighter and longer than Hansel's.
Can you imagine if the pipes that they route these flames and the gases that produce them accidentally ran across the pipes that produce their plumbing?
Yes.
That sounds hilarious.
I like this.
Yeah, it does. So I might keep that in mind.
So we call that Plan A.
Well, I want to call it plan number 2, if you catch my meaning.
Even better.
A hot, steamy plan number 2.
Yeah.
And this is why I levitate.
Which is why I usually walk on the ceiling.
Indeed, Babo never leaves footprints. His feet are always like zoom, zoom, zoom.
All right, I'm going to stride forward and bow.
Okay. All right, Otor is there, and Otor says, "Magis sick, Magis sick, yeah." To King Hreidmar, and Hreidmar is like, magical whitefish. Otor here tells me that he was near dead and beginning to revel with our gods, and then you brought him back here.
Aye, I did. It is one of my many gifts. I come with a message
Pulling people
for
out,
you,
good
my
time.
liege.
For me?
A great change is coming that is devouring lands far outside your own that are coming for yours, too.
Nothing will come for the land of the Sindri.
Oh, Avarice will come here for sure.
We are the roots of the world. We support the entire realm.
An entity is reshaping all of reality to their own image. Your land will not be left out.
Have you proof of this, magical whitefish?
Babo! I'm gonna snap.
Oh.
Babo, Deed Babo. He snapped at you.
I know. I heard him.
It's about to pop off now.
I'm sorry, allow me to introduce a name you are surely familiar with, Deed Babo.
Your Majesty.
Yes.
We have done business in the past. I am honored to be in your house.
You have
However-
weighted our coffers with valuable steel and gold.
And you have
And
provided
coal.
me with many, many wonderful crafted materials, and they are treasures to me. But the little scaly thing here is telling the truth, and I'll take out one of the broken snow globes
Oh, yeah.
and just say, "You have heard of me. This is the result, and this was once the plane of chaos, and it is no longer there. The tentacles come out of them. They're taking away planes and devouring them. She has the gems."
The gems? It's impossible. The gems were scattered. They were purposely left.
So that may be true, but there are some that inadvertently and fairly stupidly brought some of them together and brought them in a place where Avarice could grab them. And
Unknowingly led along, unknowingly these people did this. Sorry, excuse me.
I don't judge. I'm just saying it was pretty dumb. But whatever, that is the truth. And that is the thing. And this is why I am here with my companions, I guess. We all have a grave threat in front of us.
If the parlor of Skapelsen have been brought together under the rule of one will, then indeed the multiverse may be in trouble.
This is true. My own realm, my home, was destroyed by this creature. This is personal for me, and I do not wish it to be personal for you in the same way.
And what is it that brings you to Sindri?
We come to refill a magic well. The White Flame.
Sure. You relay the story, Norin, of how the fountain of the White Flame no longer burns as it did.
Nice. Play nice,
And that something is wrong with the Aasterninian. Hreidmar listens thoughtfully. The fact that D. Babo mentioned the Skapelsen, the gems of creation, carried great gravity with King Hreidmar. And the king says, we do know of the path that the magic takes, because it rises up from the foundation of the realm, and we know that that in Brasberg the fountain is a manifestation, but we do not. It is just outside of Sindri, so we do not tamper with it. It's near the workshop of the twins Broker and Eitri. So perhaps we will send. I will send Otter with you, as a matter of fact. Since Otter, you do not have a debt to these people, but you surely are alive because of Magisk sick here. So perhaps you can lead them to Broker and Eitri's workshop.
I'm gonna put my hand on Odor's shoulder, look down and go, see, Umwansh has a plan for you, my friend.
He shakes it off and he's like, I was with the gods.
Not the right ones, son. Not the right ones.
With my gods. What are you, Catholic?
Like
trying to convert
Yes. Well, not
Throws them
Catholic.
out.
I could send you back to them anytime you want. You just say the word.
Like Otter like steps behind Swash.
Yeah. Don't mind Norin. It's fine.
All right, so they say somewhere near the workshop of Eitri and Broker is where the magic flows from the base of the realm up to into Brasberg and wherever else it goes. And so that is where we will go after the break.
Okay. All right, we're going to take our break. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Ahoy! Swashbucklers is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, plain sailing weird pirate show. Each week we have a new guest who joins the crew. Hey, you wouldn't happen to be looking for adventure now, would you?
I was a sailor boy, and a tale to you I'll tell. It's all about the things I saw down in the diving bell. Down in the diving bell at the bottom of the sea, there lives a pretty mermaid the fishermen like to see.
Why is it always a crit battle with you, Jules?
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Jules just Jules, holy shit. All right, Jules, that's
damage.
That's the crit. That's double damage. That's
Isn't
1d10.
her weapon powered as well?
Did you miss last time?
She did. Well, she missed this time when she was trying to get that.
Oh, she did.
attack
I missed the
So this
brief,
is 2d10 plus 1. 2d10 plus 1.
Okay. Cool. Oh, dear Lord. All right.
Don't roll ones.
No kidding. So you said 2d10 plus 1?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here comes 2d10. 6 and a
8.
1 for
Eight.
7 for 8 total.
8 damage. Banana's at 4. Banana's at 4.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Banana, it's your turn.
No stress.
No stress.
Oh! Oh my god.
I was drinking, Banana. I was drinking. How dare you?
And the return 20.
Oh my gosh. No kidding.
What? What?
Oh my gosh.
Roll 2d8, please, plus 1.
2d12, Fernando.
Oh, 2d12.
Fernando.
Oh my god, 2d12. I'm sorry. 8 plus 1? Did I just say plus 1?
Oh my god, the damage was 8 on both rolls. That's hilarious.
That is weird.
That
Yeah,
is
but
weird.
you get a plus 1, and Jules has a
Strength.
9. So Banana, you have 1.
Wait. Plus reaving. Yeah.
Hey there, I'm Cyclops, and Viva La Dungeon is a battle royale dungeon crawling game show where 4 everyday people from around the realm are going into the dungeon, and only one of them is getting out alive. And if that's you, you're winning this season's t-shirt.
Are you ready for this?
I guess so, but shouldn't I be a lawyer?
Why?
Isn't this their job?
I don't know. I don't watch TV.
Should I be wearing underwear at least?
Absolutely not.
Okay, then I'm ready. Your Honor, I would like to call my first suspect, Diomedes Industries. Mr. Industries, what is your philosophy on being basic? Grandma! Well, thank you, Mr. Industries. That was very informative. Feliz Navidad. Thank you. Okay, Your Honor, I'd like to call my next suspect, Mr. Crow the Alchemist. Mr. Crow, is it possible to create a basic latte that murders you and stabs you like 1,000 times? Very interesting. Does anybody here speak bird? No, do we have a bird translator? No? Okay. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Okay, bye. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, Your Honor, I would like to call my next suspect, Mr. Big Jim Slade. Says here, Mr. Slade, that you were in your bunk during the murder. What exactly do you do in your bunk? Of the law, you say? I see. You can go. Please, yes, please wipe that. Oh, yeah, thank you. Your Honor, my next suspect is Cookie Mandius. Mr. Cookie Mandius, I have one basic question for you. Where does your mom live, and is she free this Friday night? I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Mr. Cookie, unless I get a date with your mom, you will be found guilty. Oh, what? I can't say that? What? Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. I get one bad, right? No, 3 strikes, 1 strike? Okay. Sorry. You can go, Mr. Cookie. My next suspect is Father Jerry. Mr. Jerry, is it possible to run someone over so many times with your car that their rectum could end up coming out their ear? Is that a yes? Okay, then I suppose you drove that home. Number 2? Okay, thank you, Chief. Okay. Okay then, my next suspect is Mr. Sunimahara. Mr. Mahara, says here you're an expert on butts. How does one go about putting a rectum into someone's ear? Oh my gosh, you should be ashamed of yourself being so vulgar in a court of law. I'm so sorry. Does anybody have any soap? That's all the suspects, Your Honor.
Not all of them.
Banana, what are you doing up there?
You know nothing, Pine Snow.
That's true, I'm just the fruit.
You can't handle the fruit.
Banana, you blew my mustache off.
Oh, that was so great. I can't believe I blew your mustache off. That was awesome.
So good.
Oh, and that, Chief, is how we found out it actually was.
Listen up. As part of the chat, you can play Swashbucklers as well. You can give a tentacle twist to the crew or the night's guest. Twists are powerful, cannon-warping opportunities that must be used right away. Give them to the players in the heat of action or drama for the best results. But be careful, once 8 twists have been given, the Kraken is released, which gives the Dungeon Master a story-bending twist of their own. No more twists may be given until the DM brings whatever Kraken they have in mind to bear. Also, this season we have a new member of the show, an icon of the realm. These are characters that hold a lot of power. You can give them influence, which allows them to bring their clout into play. But like twists, they gotta use the influence as soon after they receive it. Give it to them in the thick of the drama for the best results. Ahoy! Swashbucklers is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, plain sailing weird pirate show. Each week we have a new guest who joins the crew. Hey, you wouldn't happen to be looking for adventure now, would you?
And
Holy baloney!
does it have a first name? That's what's important, right, Patrick?
Fred.
Fred.
Fred Boar's Head.
Your toss doesn't let me say it.
Fred Boar's Head.
You
Okay.
can toss for me anytime you want. Oh.
Whoa.
One moment, please.
There's a salad
To the
sitting right
bottom.
next.
To the
Throwing
left.
haggis?
Right here next
Like
to us.
throwing
right
haggis, yes.
Swash, right in between
Like
you and I. There's a
throwing
salad right there.
haggis. Hey.
Now, would bologna classify as haggis?
I think it classifies as haggis in the same way that salami classifies as sausage. I think they're all the sausage.
But what about spam?
I would
That's
call spam a sausage.
spam is a liquid that gets gelled into a form.
That's true.
Much
would-
not
Sorry.
unlike a gelatinous cube.
Quite
So
in.
gelatinous
Don't
cubes
talk
are
to
also
Patches about
sausages.
gelatinous cube. There's a piece of one in him that he ate and every
Is that
once in a
still
while
not-
it shows up in a
You
taxi.
still haven't passed that yet? Okay.
It's not letting go. It's sentient in there.
Gelatinous cubes tend to divide and multiply.
So, for those of you who weren't here 10 minutes ago when we took a break, we are in Nidavellir, which is the kind of underworld of Isgard, which is the realm that we ended season 2 in with the Phlogistonic Forge that Deed Babo is using to make. Deed Babo, did you tell them what you're making?
You can't just say all this stuff casually as though it makes sense out of context.
He just said it was a weapon, a great
I'm
weapon.
contexting it.
There is a ship and there is a weapon.
There we
on
go.
the ship.
Does it go big boom?
He's making a ship with a weapon that he's
We're
going to give
making
to
a
the
Star
Swashbucklers.
Destroyer.
It is called
I'm here for it.
the Yamato, and it is a wave cannon. And you'll like it. It'll be fine.
It
Cannon.
blazes stars.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds real.
Star.
Sounds
Nerds.
real. Take over
Our
the world.
star
kind of.
blazers.
Very much like it gonna take over the world or something like that. I guess the apple don't fall far from the tree, Master Bubble.
I already did take over the world. I'm not worried about it now.
There's some influence from Father J.
Father J, thank you. Spasiba Avarice, I appreciate it.
Not Father Ted.
That is different,
Father J. Yeah, they all have their own realm, their own diocese. Okay, so we are in the underworld of Isgard. We just spoke with King Hreidmar, who is the king of the Sindri, which are gray-skinned, red-haired dwarves who live in the roots of the realm. Norin, our ship's guest, is looking to unlock the magic for the Fountain of the White Flame, the Aasterninian. And so we are on the hunt for that. Now, King Hreidmar said it doesn't pass through Sindri, the realm that they're in, but it passes nearby the workshop of Eitri and Broker, who live just outside of Sindri. And that is where we are headed now. And Swash has a new friend named Otur, who he brought back from the dead. Otur is not happy about it because he was reveling with his gods. And Swash, Father, I'm calling him Father Swash. And Swash stopped that.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Daddy Swash.
I'm going to be telling
Swash.
Ordo all about Umwash.
The name is Otur. It's Otur, not Odo.
Otur.
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 You gotta roll it. The Otur.
Otur.
He is a very strong Otur.
I don't know if you're.
Yeah, he's kind of You're kind of implying that his name is related to a strong smell. Typically, the recipient of when one does not wear a deodorant or antiperspirant.
Otur's like,
What if they've had too much haggis and it starts leaking out?
Ooh.
You know, that sounds like a medical issue, and you should consult your local physician or cleric.
It is absolutely a medical issue.
I don't know if he has an H. I don't know if the Adventurers Guild gives like an HMO that would cover that.
I think in the fantasy realm, we have public health care.
Yeah, it's called Die in the Streets.
You know,
Just Die in the Streets.
Let me live my fantasy life.
There's a wagon right there. You can just drop. It's a communal wagon. Anyone can use it, but you basically just lie in it and die.
Hey, look, there you can go.
Pretty much what we got now. So
Ding ding, bring out your dead.
I take a 12% cut of each death too. It is good business.
Jesus Christ.
That sounds very
Only
novel.
12?
Yeah, and then
What is
like
that? An arm and a leg? Or just a leg?
Yeah, it depends on the species.
You'd be surprised how much a leg weighs in comparison to the rest of your body.
It's true. Bonnie's gonna swing her metal leg around.
Norin
All right.
dodges it like the Matrix.
This is the conversation. Otur is like, I don't know what these people are talking about.
I
It is
don't
okay.
know.
Smell your coal. Smell your coal. It is good.
I can almost see the gods again.
Now imagine what would
They're
happen if you
beckoning to me.
imagine
The
what would
leg
happen if you
swings
ingested it.
speaking of bad
He
ideas,
licks it.
shall we get back to the to
Yeah,
this column
we
of
should
fire?
probably- yeah.
Yeah.
That first one was free anyway. It's fine.
So you
Baba, where's your respectable hat?
I had to put the hat away because we are going into a dangerous realm.
Yes.
You have influence that's waning.
Influence that's waning. Okay.
I know.
Let's get moving. You kind of go out a side door of the Sinjari realm, and not far after that, you come upon what looks like a conglomeration of pipes that come into from all shapes and sizes from all directions. In the middle, it looks like there's some sort of structure. You hear some banging of pipes and such. And you have reached, Otor is like, this is the workshop of Broker and Eitri.
Are they plumbers? Because it seems like that's where it's taking place.
Well, these pipes aren't necessarily plumbing pipes. They just happen to be representations of channels of power.
Oh, I gotcha. Thank you, Sky Daddy.
I am happy to help. All right, so
before it wanes, I have used my influence now.
Yes.
And in my transactions here with the Sidri, I am familiar with these two craftsmen. As a matter of fact, I have a piece that they created.
Yes, and they're crazy.
They are, and I hope that it is a trinket. It is nothing much. It was a gift, but I hope it might be able to be used. So I sort of pin it to the front of my shirt.
And what is it?
It is a small, what do you call them? The brooches.
Oh, okay. All right.
And it has these two hammers and a little hat that goes into a point with a little ball on the top of it.
Excellent. I love it. All right. So you're wearing like the insignia of Broker and Eitri.
It is nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As you're approaching, you see like these pipes like make stairs. So imagine that you're like walking up to a almost a cube-shaped dwelling in kind of suspended inside of this cavern, but it's made entirely of these pipes that come in from every direction.
Now, would you all want us to go all in the same entryway, or shall I try and find another way in a sort of a espionage attempt?
Do we think there's going to be danger in here?
Well, I don't know.
Oter's like cowering. He's like standing on the edge of this cavern like, good luck with Eitri and Broker. King Hreidmar
That's
said
a very
take you here,
safe
not go
place
with
for
him.
you to be standing.
They've got
as far away as possible
reputation, and you say that these two folks are crazy and might possibly have access to a buttload of power.
They are known for this, yes. They are crazier than the tick on the back ass end of a bear. But they're, treat them
I'm
with
not sure
caution.
that's how that expression goes.
Are you from my world? I don't think so.
My
I don't think anyone is
apologies.
from your world.
Touche.
Hey, eyes. Can you use your eyes and give me a perception check?
Eyes, what do you see with your eyes?
Eyes perceives that.
Okay. Some of the pipes have like dislodged in two areas and seem to be moving towards you while this conversation was going on.
I don't like that.
Eyes. This would be the time for red eyes.
Angry eyes time.
Red alert, red alert.
Angry.
Or danger, or I don't know, whatever eyes decides.
You are in danger.
Danger, Will Robinson. Yeah, so two amalgams of these pipes have like broken off. Or maybe they were just, you don't know. But they seem to be moving towards you.
How close are these pipes together?
Together, they're about 150 feet apart, and then they're each about 50 feet from you.
Okay.
And then, like, in the middle, like, in between them, one from each side of the dwelling, right? So there's, like, the dwelling or the stairs and stuff where the hammering is coming from, and then these two things broke off from each side, and the hammering has stopped.
Well, I doubt there's much point in me trying to find another way in, considering that they are more than likely aware of our presence.
Eyes will cast the spell Thorn Whip on one of them.
Okay. These things are big. They're like 20 feet. They look sort of like a humanoid shape. Metal.
Do we all see these now or no? Is this still just?
Oh yeah, I'm sure eyes lit up insensibly.
Okay.
Are they in the large category?
They would be larger than large. What's next? Huge?
Huge.
Huge. They're
That
huge.
makes you large.
Unfortunate.
Huge, mate.
You know, I could just blow them up if you want.
That sounds lovely.
Eyes would appreciate blowing up.
All right, take a step back and hold on to your butts. And he quick draws an arrow from Nux's exploding quiver, and he will shoot at one of these strange metal creatures.
Okay, go for it.
Doodly do. That would be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, it
Eyes is
flies
emerging.
up and it can't not hit it. What?
Nothing.
He's growing?
He's emerging.
He's got appendages.
Eyes knows what you're talking about.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes?
You can definitely do the damage. In Roll20, I think you can just click on longbow. That was a 24 to hit, by the way, chat.
Yeah, so if the word longbow in the chat. Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
Bam. That's piercing. Where's my exploding damage? My fire damage.
How many? What's the? Because that rolled just a D8 plus 3.
Because it's supposed to be a 2d6 fire damage from a longbow.
You can just flip over on the left-hand side and roll 20. There's a little die in the menu, and click on the 2 next to D6, and that'll roll 2d6 extra.
Bam.
There you go. You got it.
16 exploding.
Like
Exploding damage.
Parts of it like kind of blow off, and like chunks, shrapnel goes flying everywhere, and you see that there's like somebody in this thing.
Action surge, and I shoot the other one.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You hear a cackling sort of laughter coming from one of them now.
Actually, I don't even need to use my action surge just yet, but I will be using my action surge because I have a second attack, and I will shoot the other one.
Okay.
In the same manner. With all the frivolity of the first attack.
With a whoop and a holla.
That would be a natural 20,
Sure
full
would.
like 28 total.
Yep. So I always do full damage on the first half, and then whatever the roll is on the second one. So
All
8
right.
plus 3 is 11.
And then I will do that thing with the fire damage.
So we'll add 12. You can just roll 2d6 and we'll add 12. Oh, geez. 23. Oh, geez. There.
Oh, geez.
That's a lot.
My
That's
Midwest
what
came
I
out.
would. That's a lot of. That's a lot of explosion damage.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez.
And if that ain't enough, I
my
will
Midwest
use
is showing.
action
Oh,
surge.
must be from Wisconsin.
Stay oak down here too.
All right, so you do a bunch of damage, parts of it, and you see that it's kind of like mechanical. It's like it's Eitri that's inside laughing maniacally, and he's like pushing levers and cranking things, and like a big chunk of it blows off, and he's like and he's yelling, and like it seems like part of the metal construct that he's in is like now malfunctioning. It's not working properly.
I'm not surprised by that because one of the things that I do best is doing bad things to big bad machinery that is intended to do big bad things.
Is it wrong that I'm really turned on right now?
No, it is not. No, absolutely not.
No, I seem to have something of that effect on people, which is why people were just fine with me taking that 1,000-year nap. Do I need to take... Now, excuse me, you two twins out there in these big mechanical beasts and whatnot. Do I need to use my action surge or are you going to just surrender?
In response, a bunch of pipes like bend into like a group aimed towards you, and a massive gout of flame, white flame, as a matter of fact, shoots forth towards you.
Yeah,
The dexterity saving throw, everybody.
All right.
Everybody?
Everybody. Everybody.
I
no.
am interested in using my tentacle twist at this juncture.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
Ooh.
Do you want me to roll the save first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll the save, and then you might, if you have to, you can use your tentacles. Oh boy.
Save my ass.
Okay.
You don't have to.
Alrighty, let's see here.
Shush, old man.
It's not bad. It's like 10 for everyone under 15. Deed Babo and Bonnie managed to get out of the way. Won't worry about it. It's a white hot flame. You've all been burned before. You that failed, and this feels like it burns to your very soul.
Well, luckily I've been conditioned by the winter night, if you get my meaning, so I can just brush that off.
Okay, Bonnie, go ahead. Tentacle twist.
Okay, so I am interested in, as I am dodging out of the way, I'm going to do a handspring. And I'm going to deploy the Blade Runner, which is the sword that is in my metal leg.
Yep. Hence the name Blade Runner.
Yep.
For those in the audience.
And
Jim.
What I'd like to do is hop up.
Like Tigger.
Yeah.
Well, you can use the spring jack in the leg after your handspring. You can go handspring jack, Blade Runner.
You gotta make sure that you got suspension in there.
I don't know if I do. I think it's just gonna dig into my hip every single time.
It just kind of pushes you, shoots you into the air.
It hurts every time.
You gotta go to the Cairo and get that
Just like
physio.
the claws, just like Wolverine's claws.
Physical therapy.
So I've hopped up.
Yep.
I'm in midair.
Yes.
The sword comes out.
Ching!
I'm trying to figure out if I want to attach myself to this pipe or if I want to... No. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. The Blade Runner is going to slice through a section of the pipe.
Mm-hmm.
Just not all the way through it, but just through a little bit of it. And then as I am detaching myself from that, I'm going to flip back over, and with I have two hands. With two of the four guns that I picked up, I'm going to fire at the pipe with the theory that it's going to bend along that cut that I just made to bend it away and back.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep, totally.
Okay, great. I think that's more than three impossible things, but that's what I'm
almost
doing.
magically get these guns that you've been kind of like studying them, and you figure that they kind of work like this and like this.
Yeah,
there's gun
you
shooting.
pull the trigger and there's shoot.
Red shirts, and there's a red shirt. So you were talking about like where the gout of flame just came out of.
Yes.
All right, so you like hack into it, and you between that and the shooting of it, it kind of bends off to the side. Now there's kind of like a big crack on one side, and it's facing a kind of 45 degrees away from y'all.
Yes.
And
I think
anybody
I've
just...
shot it.
I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
Anybody get that image from just Hagrid grabbing the end of the shotgun? Dry up, Dursley, you great prune. Just shoots up for the ceiling.
I hadn't thought of that, but that's exactly what I'm going for. That is exactly what I'm doing, with a little bit of extra
flair.
There are like 6, flair.
Yeah, with some spring jacking and some blade running and some.
Make it
it
somehow,
nice.
yeah, and somehow I land on my feet and I just adjust my head.
All right. The other one must be Broker. Broker comes around from the other side because Eitri was slightly closer in the long run. And Broker's pipe creature throws out its what looks like an arm, and all of its fingers extend. And there's 6 of you all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Other's hiding in the back. So I'm gonna roll a d6, and who doesn't get targeted is Norin won't get targeted. And these the pipe fingers just extend towards you, and as they get closer, they come to points, and they're gonna try to stab each one of you. I'm just gonna roll it all at once, so we can cover everybody with dice. Deed. No.
I only accept consensual impaling. Thank you very much.
Deed and Swash. Deed, Babo, what's your armor class?
It is a 14.
Okay, that's going to hit. And Swash, I'm pretty sure you're under a 17?
Yep.
All right, you each get impaled. Holy cow, for 13 damage.
I am unhappy.
How much
about
damage did I
this.
take for the other thing?
10.
So 23? Okay.
23 total.
So this is
And
a
you're-
big pipe thing, the same as the other one that he is in, and
Yeah, and instead, the first one had like a shoulder cannon that fired a gout of white flame, and this one just stretched out its fingers and they pierced you. You're basically, the two of you are skewered on the end of long metal lances right now. It went through you and into the ground behind you. Shunk.
I would like to take my staff and have a response for this, please.
Okay.
I would like to see where I think the little fucker is.
Yeah, you
And
see him inside, cranking away on stuff, and
I am going to. There's a little bit of flame starts to come off the bottom of the staff, and I am going to shoot. And this little bead, it's tiny, it is little, it is coming off of the end of the staff, going towards there, and that is going to hit that and suddenly explode.
Ooh, okay.
And that is a terrible roll. I got the 1 in there. But that is going to be 49 fire damage unless he can do a DC 15 save.
I have a tentacle twist I want to spin before it goes, but go ahead and finish this. I just want to say it out loud.
So a bunch of the metal creature kind of gets slagged by the fireball. Broker, you were firing at Broker, right? The one that skewered you? Okay.
Yeah.
He manages to go diving out of it. So it's not being controlled currently, but Broker is outside on the ground, running away from as the fireball's exploding behind him.
It's very dramatic. It's a wonderful shot. It's a great camera shot.
And he's running right towards us. I assume.
He's running. Hold on, you'll get your tentacle twist. He's running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's running towards his brother, Eitri. Okay, go ahead, Swash.
Good.
Tentacle twist.
So, is this the same one that shot me? With
Yes,
the
Broker,
thing?
the one that's now running away.
Okay, so he's running away towards his brother. Okay. All right, that's a different thing. All right, well then I just use my tentacle twist to hold. I'm gonna cast hold person.
On him?
I just want it to work. I just stop.
All right, yeah, mid stride, he just kind of freezes and tumbles a bit. Takes a couple points of damage as he's rolling, because you just paralyzed his body, and he just boom, 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 boom. Comes to a sliding halt.
Well, dance.
You want to crush him a little bit,
He's just not. But do we want him alive? Do we want him alive?
Well, we do need to release the flame, if you know.
Well, if you'll, if you allow, what I'd like to do is draw him towards us.
Sure. He tumbles
get over here.
He tumbles, and then you arrest his tumble and just go, whoa, and he goes.
This is gonna be a new
He's
thing.
flying towards you.
This is a new thing. I'm using my buzzsaw. I'm gonna use my
Oh.
buzzsaw, throw it out there, and a
Like
combination of hold,
Yeah.
and then I could pull him back.
There
Towards
you
us.
go.
Get over here.
Perfect.
Get over here.
You totally get over here to him.
Yeah.
Damn, you people are madder than a wet hen.
Thank you.
All
Do
right,
you
so
see
we're
this?
ready.
Do you see this? This is why I am upset. This is not the way to treat a guest.
Patches, you got something going on?
Man, this really seems like a job for Chunky Salsa.
Chunky
Sure
or chunky?
does.
Yeah.
Well, chunkier salsa.
Oh
yeah.
no.
The time has come.
Yeah. Can I just fire blindly into the problem, or?
Sure. I mean, you just saw one of them like jump out and get snagged by the buzzsaw
Sure.
yo-yo and yanked in, but you know the other one's up there like cranking away and
Yeah, that's what I was
levers
thinking.
and
Like,
stuff.
because I don't see him, right? But I know he's in there.
You kind of see him moving around inside it. It's just like it's
so
like
I can target him.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like pipes and stuff, but you see him in there like doing things
Yeah.
and making. Then it moves based on what he's doing.
I am
yeah.
gonna fire 3 grenades and hope one of them gets in there.
All right.
Norin like tips down his shades.
As you see this canister go flying out of his strange weapon. The first one hits and makes a hole for the other two to go into. There's a bunch of explosions inside, and like
Those are some upsetting rolls. Like,
I3 comes like flying out. The first one was really good, 26.
that's what I'm saying. Is
Okay.
like that
got
man,
it.
that sucks for them.
Yeah.
26, 18, or 26, 16, and 18 were the
18, yeah.
rolls there, chat. And then 20, 33 points of damage. So a lot of the internals of it are exploding. He comes flying out. Eyes, you had a thorn whip, right?
I do have a thorn whip.
You want to like, you see Eitri like flying out of his exploding thing because Patches just launched 3 grenades into it. You want to try to grab him out of the air and thorn whip him to you?
Of course. That
Sounds like
sounds
fun.
Dueling, come over here's.
Yeah.
Kinky.
Yeah, he doesn't really have like a
17.
dexterity at the moment because he's literally like blasted into the air and he's all burnt and there's chunks of shrapnel in him.
He's
And
got
you
smoke coming out of his butt, you know.
thorn whip him.
And you'd also take 10 points of damage
You
from
thorn
this
whip him.
thorny whip.
20, 33, 43. And he's like wrapped up in your thorn whip, like about 10 feet from you. Like you wrapped him up and yanked him towards you.
Fantastic.
All right. Let me see if the first one explodes. It does. Let me see if the second one
Fantastic.
explodes. It does not. Wow. It's diverse rolls there. All right, the first one explodes. That was Eitri's. He showed up first on the scene. You all kind of know it's going to explode because you saw Patches launch a bunch of stuff into it. So the shrapnel from the explosion just kind of takes out everything in that area. And so there's like broken pipes and stuff with like white flames shooting out of them. You see a couple other colors of flames, purple, blue, green. You're starting to, like a light blue. You're starting to get an idea of like some of these pipes are types of magic that they somehow channeled into this and they're using. So there's different, as we all know, there's different types of magic in the realms. And they seem to be harnessing a bunch of it here.
Well, that would be why they're all crazier than a couple of cattywampuses. And Mina's one, too.
So Broker is
As I've
held.
been saying
Can't say
all
anything.
along.
Eitri's screaming because he's scorched and battered and shrapneled and wrapped up in thorn whips. But there is no current danger at the moment, aside from colorful gouts of magical flame shooting out everywhere.
That obviously won't be an issue.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
That seems fine. Does anyone know where all of that magic is going and if we can make sure it gets there?
just like doing like in Jurassic Park, following the pipeline.
Right, exactly. Yeah, like basic plumbing.
All right.
If you could subdue these two, then sure. We might as well try and find the source of such power, because I'm not sure Screamy and Squeaky over here are going to be much wanting to talk.
Probably not.
Unless you want to. Do you want to talk?
I can converse with the dead.
Now that's quite useful. Is that
I'm
an
gonna say that
would,
quite loudly near
would
one
that
of
be an
them.
intimidation check, Sky Daddy?
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
I would do that.
Go
I was
for
reading,
it.
but I'm like, something
Yeah,
else.
sure, why not?
Yeah, sure.
And then his dog, his very weird looking dog, Seal, is just like,
It's great the die was over your face, so we only saw like half of it. You were like, you intimidated.
If well, one because of the hold thing, and two because of
you want some modifiers?
Seals.
You can have
advantage.
advantage on the roll.
That's what I was asking for. Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. Let me try this.
Sky Daddy Guido.
now is he
Instead of
Sky
Captain
Daddy.
Murder Daddy
Or is he Ship Daddy?
Ship Daddy.
I will ship that daddy.
It's actually Captain Murder Daddy Guido.
I ship this
Murder
daddy.
Daddy Guido.
You're not even wrong.
There
All
ain't a
right,
whole
I got a
lot.
9 and an 8. Nothing too impressive.
9 and an 8. And you're trying to intimidate Broker, who's the
was
one that you have wrapped up.
Going to suggest I said out loud that I can converse with the dead. Much easier.
All right. So can we. Wait, is he talking about us? And Eitree's like, because he's all torn up and exploded and stuff, wrapped in Thornwhip. I mean, Broker's not doing so well either. You got the buzzsaw like.
Why have we been met with such resistance?
It didn't even come around to knocking on the door, and all of a sudden you were shooting up a storm.
We're doing nothing wrong. You're trespassing. Avachel told us we could. Avachel said so.
Avachel.
Yeah.
Now
You
who
know
would
this.
that be?
I don't know him.
Avachel.
Babo.
Aasterninian. He said so. He said we could use all the magic we wanted to make our creatures and creations.
The Pomeranian?
Now Aasterninian, that would be the fountain. Are you saying that the fountain spoke to you?
Wait, the fountain's a Pomeranian?
Fountain?
No, the Aasterninian.
Avachel, the messenger of Asgaroth. You know, Quicksilver.
You gotta forgive me, my friends. I am not from here, and you be speaking a whole lot of gibberish right now, and I'm getting more confused than a dog turning around without no tail.
The Aasterninian said we could tap the white flame and any of the others that we wanted, and nobody would care, and we could use it to fuel our creations. And I'm still getting hurt here.
Well, yeah, because for
keep
one
happening.
thing, you didn't come to a logical conclusion, thinking that you somehow may have been lied to by some sort of charlatan.
What? Avachel wouldn't lie to us. To others, yes. Avachel lies to everybody. Absolutely. But not to Eitree and Broker.
Now, Norin kind of like looks at the party. He's like, now, this Avachel, is this in this realms? Is this a bit of a trickster, some sort of a god that gives up pretense and seems to, you know, talk in circles and whatnot?
Well, yeah, for others.
But why only not for you?
Because we're Eitree and Broker.
Do you think that this entity really cares who their subject is?
Avachel wouldn't lie to us. And Eitree's like,
I'll tell
maybe,
you what. I'll tell you what. They lied because I care a whole lot. And
We're gonna
you're really
murder.
starting to piss me off.
Murder Avachel. Asgaroth be damned, says Broker. And Eitree's like,
Asgaroth is the king, right?
No,
Are we worried that he had
Reinmar
to?
was the king. Asgaroth, you probably would have picked up on it,
No.
having been here for 1,000 years. or
Now
whatever.
that's Sky Daddy.
That's a sky daddy. That's a creation
That's
god.
Sky Daddy
Yeah.
of this place. All right.
And Avichel is the messenger of Asgaroth.
Yeah.
Clearly some sort of trickster.
A liar.
Humor and
A charlatan.
just having some fun.
A smooth
Oh.
talker who's trying to occupy himself. I understand.
Dragon oil salesman.
Yeah, living a long life leads you to a whole lot of boredom. Now,
Should we help them?
How about you do a thing where you release all of this rerouted power and redistribute it where it's supposed to be going, or I, so help me, Summer, will shove an arrow so far up your ass you'll be tasting feathers.
You wouldn't dare.
You know, hold on. We don't need to get too
He
unpleasant.
sure would.
Yes?
He sure would dare.
And I'm going to step forward, and I'm going to go.
Basically already dared.
Look, we could do this way, or we could do this way, and I will say, spasiba, and I will cast a healing word at him.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Now, see, we could do this the easy way, or we could do this the hard way. And that is the hard way. I am offering the easy way. Or I can also make it very hard, and I point to where the fireball was. We want to
They
do
both
the
look
easy way.
like,
You want to do the easy way, yes? And I make sure that the little brooch is very visible. We want to be friends, and you want to be friends with us, don't you?
Eitri, we make that. Yeah, he doesn't use the clockwork function. No, look, it should, remember we made that? Yeah. It moves, it moves.
Oh, that is good to know. That is good to know. I think we can come to an arrangement that doesn't involve you being exploded by one of those. Yes?
I don't want to be exploded anymore.
Well, you don't necessarily gotta be exploded. Now, this hot, lacking, lovely individual here did just get 2 other toys, very new, that has not been tried out yet. Maybe they don't do the exploding. They could do something else.
Very good.
I'm gonna holster. I apparently have holsters now. I'm gonna put them and then take the other 2 out.
Isn't that what the harness is for?
Oh yeah, that's true. I put them in this holster that I fashioned in the past 10 minutes somehow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're sufficiently bewildered to the point where they're like, Avarice wouldn't lie to us.
All right.
You do that thing with Tyr, if you remember. Oh yeah, Tyr was really mad. We're gonna have to do something to Avarice. Yes, we're going to have to do something to Avarice.
All right.
We will do something to
I'm
Avarice.
about done with these self-absorbed twins here. We can do something to Avachel by foiling and making sure that he doesn't know that he fooled you. They fooled you.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Did he? No.
they fooled you.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we want to
they
make
fooled
sure
us.
that they didn't know that they done did that. So why don't you just go and hit the reverse on that there gate and let the flames back out.
Okay. Someone gonna let one of them go? Probably Broker. Eitri's in more pain from being blown up and everything.
Sure.
Swash, you gonna
Would he be more grateful for a healing though?
Yeah, they're because
I'll
of
go-
their nature, they would heal, but it would take like quite some time.
I mean, I wonder if I could help the healing process.
Yeah,
They'd be
yeah,
more
that's,
amenable.
I'm saying yes.
Alright,
they would be grateful.
All right, so I'm gonna go up and lay hands upon them, upon Eiter to let him free.
All right.
The one in the
Be
most
prepared.
pain. Okay.
That's Eitri, yeah. He's you see like, shards of pipe and multicolored burns and stuff on him from chunkier salsa and everything else.
I mean, you're just making his face look cooler.
True.
Can you fix this snaggletooth I got right here?
Absolutely not.
Oh, I can totally do that.
How much can I heal?
All you need is a good pair of needle nose pliers.
I have those.
5d4.
Or a strong string and a doorknob.
We can build a machine for that.
A doorway.
So I heal him 12 hit points.
All right. That at least like stops the immediate pain and stuff, and he's like, like pulling shards of metal out. Ow, 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 ow. They have like a bronze-ish colored skin, and like wiry copper hair, but they appear humanoid, not like mechanical themselves.
Okay, so they've got metallic
Sounds
features,
kinda
but they're not.
Metallic features, yes. What was that, Ice?
Sounds kind of racist, but okay.
Yeah. I didn't say they were mechanoids. What? I didn't say inorganics. Ooh, that sounds vulgar. I didn't say they were inorganics.
No, that would be what is indeed Bobo's guest room now.
No, that goes. No, those things go in organics. That's different.
Okay, so I3 is grateful. He's like, well, you exploded me, but you healed me. Thank you. You want so let's play trick on Avichel. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Does it involve explosions and fire? I guess
Yes.
and or fire.
Yes.
I'm in.
But we will need assistance because there's a mechanism has to be opened. We can redirect. If you let Broker go, Broker and I can reconfigure the pipes to shoot all of the power toward where we know where Avichel is resting.
Where would Avichel be right now?
Oh well, there's a building where all of the messages get delivered, and Avichar likes to read all the messages before giving them, which makes Asgaroth mad sometimes because Avichal doesn't always give the proper message to the proper person. I don't know why Asgaroth continues to employ Avichal, but the gods are the gods. Whatever.
They seem to like the drama.
Well, yeah, I suppose they could.
Bunch of chismosas, if you will.
I think Asgaroth is just so checked out of creation right now that they don't know. I think Avichal is just having their way with things.
Spilling the tea over here.
So there's a chamber in between here and Brassburg where Avichel sits, or exists, rests.
That sounds lovely. Now, I would highly recommend leaving the white flame out of that, since it seems to be a source of power that doesn't seem to affect him or nothing like that, seeing as this is supposed to be a fire bringer.
Yeah, the white flame, that's Avichel's domain.
You don't want to give it back.
Aasterninian.
You don't want to give it back to him.
No.
Put it back in the fountain.
Whoa!
Put it.
Yeah.
In the fountain.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. That's right. That one. And then
Thank you kindly.
Yeah. And they just start reconnecting. They're like climbing over the pipes and like clink, clink, ching, ching, ching. And they have like valves and stuff, and they're disconnecting things. And it's really weird because they're metal pipes, but then when they turn off a valve, they just grab the pipe and they bend it and they reconfigure everything. And they're like, okay.
It's like a bunch of vacuum hoses.
But they're like actual copper pipes or metal pipes, and they're just like.
I'm just picturing Nunu from the Teletubbies.
And there's you see Eitre's like there. The white flame comes in there from the roots of the realm, and then it goes there up to the fountain of Aasterninian. The Aasterninian.
You started
the white flame fountain.
Yeah. Right. Now that's all I needed to do. Shall I lead us out of here? Do you want to watch this nonsense that's about to take place and probably bring the ire of the gods down upon these two?
The broker's like, nope, no, nope, we're out of this. We're gonna go back to our workshop and work.
And not take the one that we need.
And
right?
Eitree's like, rest. I'm gonna rest.
Yeah, you go on ahead and rest, you two. Just make sure that I don't catch you touching my stuff.
Nope, totally. Clank. And they put, as I smash my microphone, they put like locks on the mechanisms, like clink, clink, clink. Only we can open those locks. And then they hand you the keys.
Excellent. And he takes them, he stuffs them down the front of his pants.
Makes sense.
All right.
No
So,
safer place existed.
and they say, Norin, they're like, okay, so all the other colors, oh man, when they mix, you don't want to be anywhere near it. It might be quite the surprise for Avichel. We didn't do it. Don't tell us. No, we're going back to our workhouse. Wasn't us.
Before they leave, I'm going
Yes.
to go over. I'm going to take a small coin. It looks like a coin. It isn't entirely. It is, for lack of a better term, a Deep Babo challenge coin, if you are.
Oh my god, yes.
And I'm going to give it to them, and I'm going to say, I want you to hold this for me. I may come back to claim it, and we will do business, but if you greet me the same way you greeted me now, I'm going to take it from your corpse.
Ooh. Excellent. Okay. They're like,
my name is Deep Babo Merez. We will do business, or there will be problems.
bites it, and they're like, yes, business. We can do business. We build stuffs. We hear you need stuffs built.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess intimidation and a loud, don't sultry voice don't do run in the family now, don't it?
It can. But he's not very talented in some things, which is a disappointment to me. He takes after his mother's side.
He
there.
is quite talented in a few things, I tell you what.
I'm very proud that he has learned something in prison.
So they like give you like a direction, like this cavern up here and blah blah blah, and then there's like a wall that just looks like a rectangle like this, and it has some type of weird scribbling in a couple places, and then there's like a big square in one corner, and they say if you press in on that square in the upper right corner, that's got like this weird little kind of crenellated edge or whatever. They say the thing will swing open, and that'll get you into Avichel's
domicile.
Yes, thank you. That's a word. That's a word.
Hopefully not
I don't
their
know what word I was
bedroom.
looking for.
His chalet.
His
No,
chalet.
I feel like
Hideaway, lair.
I feel like you've all kicked open too many
Chills.
doors as it is. So how about we just knock this time?
Okay.
It's not really our style.
It's true.
It was
All
so
right.
fun last time we barged in.
Last time you barged in, you got
Got to
an
see
eye
it.
full of my assets.
I got an eye full of Dead Babo's son going and getting it. Getting some. That was great.
Is there a downside that I'm not aware of?
Yeah, right. Patches. Give it an old patches knock.
I mean,
Internet
if you
was made
want,
for porn.
if you want to see the taint of a trickster god, I suppose I can't do nothing to stop you.
Nope, I'm good.
I might want to. No. Go ahead. You do this.
All
right, so
I'll kick the door down.
Well, they said so. There's a rectangle, and it's got like
He's gonna kick the button. He's gonna kick the button.
Kick the button in the upper right corner of this thing.
Are there like visible like hinges or anything?
Not really. You can see that this thing is like a kind of a separate piece.
It's a threshold.
You don't see any. Yeah, you don't see it. you see it's, it must move somehow. There's a seam around it,
But there's
no hinges.
All right, I will kick the button just because of the, for the gusto.
All right. Roll me, give me an athletics check. Yeah, you jump up and you mash that button with your foot, and it turns out that this whole thing pivots in the middle. So it comes swinging back at you and kind of like claps you on the side of the head.
Just like Scooby Doo's us all.
Put the candle back.
Keeps you all in. But it's open.
Zoinks!
I suppose we asked for that.
There was like a ka-ching sound when it opened, and then bam, it's mashed you right inside the head. It's like your head is ringing a little, but it's open, and there's just like there's like a small room with like a counter in there, and then there's like slats, right, with things in them, and there's somebody like ignoring you and looking at a small box. That's making some noise and stuff, and they're just like staring down at it, not even paying attention to you.
Is it blue?
It's like a grayish blue color coming off of it, and you hear like people talking from it or whatever, and he's just like staring at it.
You said there was a bell type of thing, perhaps?
Sure. Yeah, there's a bell on the counter.
I'm going to go over and smack the bell very hard with my staff. Ding!
Whoa! Whoa. I tell you, this box is amazing. It shows you pictures from all the realms, and they have like stories, and it's...
That is a very small one. I have a much bigger one in my house. It takes up half of the wall.
Well, size ain't everything.
It is when you come to the details.
Are we talking about this magic box or something else?
Yes.
What can I do for you, strange folk I've never seen before? Might be lying.
Did you just say that?
Say what?
Might be lying.
Who's lying? I'm not lying.
No idea.
No. I'm gonna keep an eye on you. You look like a liar.
Takes one to know one, don't it?
Well, I have to know the liars in my line of business.
Too hard to memorize them lines. Deed, ma borrow. You said you had something to say.
I am just curious as to where we would find... I lean back. What was the name again? To you, Norin.
What are you looking for? You looking for
source of the flame?
The flame, the white flame of the Aasterninian.
You got it.
That one.
That's the word we were
Seeing
looking
as
for.
I am the Earl of Aasterninian, I totally am familiar with the term and therefore should know offhand exactly what the damn word means.
You just use Brassburg, it's easier.
It's fucking Brassburg. It's like Duckburg, but there ain't no woohoo.
Oh, well, Aasterninian's...
Well, I got my boyfriend now, so there is woohoo.
Aasterninian's not here right now, so you can leave a message. I'm really good with messages. See all these boxes? They have messages in them. You give me a message and I will get it to the Aasterninian.
Norin just like tips over the counter.
That's where I kept all my writing utensils. And paper.
Make a new one.
Well, so is that your message?
No.
Apparently.
Everyone just stops and stares.
Okay, hold on. Who are you sending messages to?
Nobody, because we want to see the Aasterninian.
That's right. The
Nope,
message is come here.
Aasterninian's
We want
not
to talk to you.
here.
Yeah, I don't
Aasterninian's
believe
not
you.
here.
Where
Might
is
be
it?
lying. What?
Where is it?
Where it? Dare you call the Aasterninian it? She's gonna be really mad.
Where is she?
She's not here.
Where is she?
Not here.
He just walks past the Just walks past.
Guess we
him.
have to do this the hard way.
Past the slats.
There's like kind of nowhere else to
follow.
go. I mean,
I
so
thought
we're
there
just
was.
like-
Sorry, my
you
apologies.
you look behind the slats, and there's just like a bench and a chair.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, the Aasterninian's not here.
Well, when you see her,
Hmm.
go right away to where she is and tell her,
I'm sorry.
The fuck just happened?
and all of that will happen as I make a sleight of hand check to slip the Gob Gob Detector 3000 into his pocket.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
You said what now? Are those
It was
B's
quite
or
distracting.
P's?
Distracting.
PL, 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 LL, PPPL.
You know, I would call it like a.
While
That's like an ML.
Yeah.
While this conversation is taking place, Norn will lift a lantern from his belt and place it on where the counter is now upsided, and just switch the lantern on.
Okay.
It is the lantern of revealing.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Is it like a bullseye lantern, or is it just like a hooded lantern? You turn it on and like in every direction.
In every
I can look it up.
direction, it's
Okay.
like an eyeball, like woo,
Yeah.
like a lighthouse. You know, the light flashy, spinny aroundy.
The person you're talking to becomes blurry, and you see like a female aspect, like a male aspect, like a genderless aspect. It just keeps kind of flipping and rotating, and like you can't quite get a grip on them suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
Is the person we're talking to the Aasterninian?
No, this is Avichel.
Oh,
This is Avichel.
okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. Yeah, but the lantern of revealing is showing that there's more to Avichel than meets the eye.
Right. Okay.
And not just creatures, but objects are also visible in their true form.
You see like a panel in the near wall that wasn't readily apparent.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to accompany us or introduce us, or shall I just walk through there by myself?
It's just like a panel like this big.
Oh, well, I can
Right.
still fit through that because I'm rather tall and lanky.
If you could like go pry it open if you want. And the person is like they're like confused. They're like, whoa, I was here and then I wasn't, and now I'm here again, but I'm not here. Oh my God, turn that light off. It's giving me a migraine.
Just brings the hood back down and switches it off.
And it's the dude again. He's like, oh man.
Switches it back on.
Whoa, jeez. And again, starts flipping.
And turns it back
male,
off.
female, genderless.
You know what? He turns and he's
androgynous.
he drops the hood again. He's like, I kind of enjoy watching the turning and twists of the gender spectrum.
It takes a lot of energy to maintain this form. You gotta stop that. Oh my God, my head.
My
Just like-
apology. My apologies, Avichel, but you're not being very forthcoming with us, and I'm starting to lose my patience. I've been
What?
stuck here for quite a while.
Avichel is here. The Aasterninian is not.
We would like to be introduced to the Aasterninian, so that way the white flame may be returned to its rightful place and possibly stop the crumbling of this here universe if I've been able to gather what these folks are after
You're
correctly.
absolutely right.
Right on.
Right on the mark.
Because shit's going halfway down to a pigsty, and it's going fast, about 60 miles an hour if I do calculate correctly.
Okay, I will.
Hail in a handbasket.
I'll bring the Aasterninian, but she's not gonna be happy to see any of you.
Well, ain't never anybody not happy to see Norin Arglinders.
All right, Avichel kind of turns away from you and like covers his face for a moment. You gonna do anything while this is happening?
Is a pocket check going on?
Like
there, Bonnie?
like kind of mumbling to himself.
I
Yes.
turn on my little detector thingy just to see if it'll work.
Okay. Yeah, it's like pointing at him, and you see your detector shows you that behind that panel there's like a little space that has something in it, and a.
That's interesting.
Yeah. No, wait. It's backwards. Sorry. Because you rolled a 10, it's showing you that the space you're in is solid, and and behind that panel is solid, and everything else is empty. It needs some fine tuning, you think? Or
Well, that's a little
maybe it's right.
backwards, but
How
here's
bizarre.
the thing. I want to kick the panel in.
What the hell is that on the screen?
It's Avarice zombie.
She's
Avarice!
laughing right now.
The Avarice
nice.
never ends.
You kick the panel in, and you see what looks like a giant pipe with like a hand crank thing on it.
I found the thingy.
And Avichel just kind of turns around and just kind of like blurs in, and then is the Aasterninian.
Ah,
Do I turn-
Didn't I just
called
fucking
me-
say that's the same person?
You did,
Okay.
but Avichel doesn't know that because Avichel is Avichel, and the Aasterninian isn't here. That's all that Avichel knows.
Oh, okay.
DID, or are you
Makes
being
sense in my
possessed
head.
by your boss?
I think the latter.
Yeah.
Kind of the same person, but different aspects.
Okay, so both.
It's a system.
It's a system.
They are a system.
They're a system.
They're
They're
a system.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have made it plain that their pronoun is not it. I do know some folks who prefer the it pronoun, but it does not seem to be these
Yeah,
folks.
Itri and Broker have made it clear that it is not the pronoun they prefer.
Yeah.
So the Aasterninian is standing in front of you, Bonnie. You see there's this hand crank.
I'm supposed to turn the hand crank. I'm going to turn the hand crank.
Okay, you turn the hand crank, and like a downspout kind of opens up, and you see light starting to bubble up out of this downspout. Multicolored light.
I recommend you tip your head back from that pipe before you lose your nose.
Fair enough. I drop to the floor laying down.
All right, you drop to the floor. This beam of multicolored magical energy comes shooting out of the downspout, and the Aasterninian kind of turns.
I think Norn would try to push Aasterninian out of the way.
All right, you're gonna try to shove her out of the way.
Yeah, or like pull her down.
Okay, give me a strength check.
That's not good because I don't have much of a strength check. I've got +3. Let's see what we can roll here. Oh, fuck. That was almost 15.
8.
Yeah.
Your hand kind of just slides off her as she turns and just gets blasted by all this energy that must have come from a Broker and Itri. And she like slowly dissolves away, and she's like, I'll see you again.
I was supposed to turn the crank, right?
No, Bonnie.
She's just like embers. Kind of
no.
like how Jimmy went.
No, that was not.
Have some chat for Jimmy.
F Jimmy.
Chat for Jimmy.
F Jimmy.
You just,
In
I fucked
fairness, I wasn't sure what was going to happen either.
fucked up real
Godlike
bad.
creatures, can they be destroyed?
Nah, they can't. But once they decide that what form they're going to take next, they're going to be right on
Okay.
pissed off.
That's
well,
fine.
no,
I'm okay with that.
you're okay with being mad at.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's-
My God.
you don't even know.
Multidimensional being. Yeah, you don't even know. It's okay. I'll tell you the story on the way back.
We got
Do
3 of
y'all,
them.
do y'all have a business card or something like that that can be left here where amongst the pencils when Avanchel and the Aasterninian manage to put themselves back together so that way you may try to convince them to help you achieve this power source for this great weapon of yours, Mr. D. Bibo.
Was that another coin?
The power source is the white
fountain.
flame, the fountain. Yeah, you can tap the fountain now because you couldn't get to the power prior to. That's what D. Babo is looking for. So now
Yeah,
that the
I figured we
fountain
would
is
just
probably
take it and
flowing
hope for
again.
the best.
Well, I figured it would be nice to ask permission.
It is not really usually my way.
All right, you were more the better ask forgiveness than permission type, I suppose.
Especially in desperate times, but even without desperate times, yes.
Much like your son. And he just like turns and he walks out of the room.
Okay.
At least he's not trying to fuck me over, and I think that's a win for me.
Au contraire, mon ami, I have some stories for you, sir. Or should I say father-in-law?
Oh.
All right. Wrap
On
up.
the way
15
back.
minutes left. Okay.
On the way back, Bonnie tells Norin about all of the Maves.
Yeah, there's like a million multiversal Maves who are like these four-armed portal dancer people who are tasked with keeping the status quo of the multiverse, that are chasing after the Swashbucklers because the Swashbucklers keep being in places of like immense problem with the fabric of space-time. And then Bonnie went and got married to one and then killed another one, and then her first wife came back and saved them from, because they had gone. It's
I tell
whole
Norin the
season
story on the way back.
Yeah. So it's a long story.
So, right quick.
Seems to follow.
Yep, I see it.
Yeah. So, thank you, Only Flaps. I would like to spin my tentacle twist that on the way back, I want to convert Orto to Umwash.
only if you can say his real name.
Orto. Orter.
So close.
Orto.
That's
rude.
You were close.
Okay, this is rude.
Otter. You had it.
Christ.
Otter. OTR. Otter.
It's like turd, but no.
And he's what kind of otter is a?
He's a Sindri, which is like the gray-skinned, red-haired underground dwarves of Nidavellir. I can type this all up for you.
He's converted.
Very well. You have an acolyte of Umwanch in the weirdest place.
In a place with absolutely no water.
No water, yeah. It's like a fire and earth realm, which is kind of what Umwanch wants you to be doing anyway, so good job. Right. And then, we got to do our Icon of the Realm outro.
Yes.
Yeah? All right.
Let us do that.
Dude Babo.
Yes.
Without giving away anything you don't want to give away, how are the Swashbucklers doing in terms of meeting your expectations as partners to oppose Avarice?
They are doing adequately, and they are serving the purpose for now. They are useful.
Okay.
I am impressed with a couple of them, and I never joke about offers of employment. So, but so far this is useful, and I think we will continue to work together. When I get to the fountain, I collect the power I need in the vessel that I created.
Yes. And then, so we've got a couple more steps, I think, to finish this creation. What's the next step, do you think?
The next step, hold on, let me check my notes. I have to double check that because Did Babo is getting older in the years. Where is my notes? There is the
clackety, clackety, clackety.
There's your notes.
Right.
Where? Oh, yeah, they're somewhere.
So now that I have actually, it's funny. I found them as soon as you did that.
Oh, that's crazy. I was trying to keep the lights on my keyboard over here.
So what we need to do now is we need to get some special materials. See, power like this, simple metals, simple stone are not what we really need to channel the power for this. And so we have to have some special materials to help channel and build around to focus the energy. And that will be our next step, and that where we have to go might not be ideal.
Indeed. It sounds like more swashbuckling adventures are on the horizon. Last question. What compelled you to help the Swashbucklers. If you remember at the season finale of last season, or to you like 3 days ago, Dude Babo, you opened that snow globe and stepped through to help them.
Because I recognize
What
the
possessed
threat.
you?
I recognize the threat, and I recognize that desperate times call for extremely desperate measures, and there wasn't an awful lot of other people around, so I had to go with them. And they had some cocoa, and I have a little respect for someone who killed my mate.
Oh, well. All right. I think we can wrap things up, and next time on the Swashbucklers, we'll find out where we need to go to find some mystery materials for the device that Deed Babo is building for the Swashbucklers.